No, there's smaller ones than this.
Oh yeah. I'm from Hawaii. I'm familiar with you.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I forgot what size this is. I know it's not.
I want my character to have the same stats as this guy. You ever see a 17-year-old that looks like that?
That guy's not 17.
He's
That's a grown ass man. If I was a coach on the other team, I would report him every game. I'd be like, they got a 35-year-old man over there.
It would be like mentors.
That's definitely an adult.
The scary part is, I think this picture's from when he was 16.
Dude, I felt like that in junior high. I went to an 8th grade basketball tournament in junior high. There was a kid on the other team with a baby. Like, literally holding a baby. And he was like, Daddy, got to go play basketball. And like, handed the baby.
I think he was 16 in this picture.
Jesus.
Like, where did they grow that human?
That's an adult.
I don't know where
he
you
was
come from.
Definitely an adult.
I don't know. I was born to test
Okay,
tube,
that's
I
how
think.
it was.
Don't tell anybody, especially my mother.
Like, I'm pretty sure that's you at 16. What do you mean?
I mean, if somebody showed me that if I was on any sports team in high school and that kid walked out, I'm not playing that thing. I think I pulled something, coach. My hammies feeling real sore today.
They just
not going out there against that shit.
That's what they do in the Dominican Republic. They breed athletes. I don't know what they do down there.
Well, that's especially in baseball. They just play baseball with rocks and sticks. I'm sure I'd be good at baseball too if I just go get rocks and sticks.
They have concentration camps there with baseball. Like they literally give their children up because they can't afford them. And like at 7 years old, they send them to the baseball camp, and the people who run it,
What dragon?
They agree to take care of that kid until they become 16 years
wait,
old
here's the dragon.
and pay for everything they need.
The dragon in your mind.
Dragon.
And so after they,
I mean, you should be like
essentially,
Russia with the gymnasts.
if they get a contract, the people at the camp that takes them in gets 30% of their initial contract.
It is terrifying.
And of course, they're going to get a contract because
Well, most of them don't. That's
they're
the thing.
insane.
Well, the thing is they lose money on most of those kids. But what they do is they hit, like when they get when they get their signing.
What's
bonus
up, guys? How's it going?
It's like $5 million.
What's happening?
$1 million plus.
They're fun.
A million.
All right, I'm ready to roll some
All the
dice.
way into
It's
the
not
I'm
mine.
not generating income from this. So,
Bardic inspiration.
I don't know how, but it's some sort of
I don't know.
weird.
I think it might be this.
What do you stream on Twitch?
Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter all at the same
I
time.
need to follow you on those.
So
Get my wife to turn the stream on while she's at home.
shout out to everybody who's watching right now. Hope you guys are having a lovely evening. Thank you guys for tuning in and
you don't
hanging
have a
out.
lot at this level.
All
which
the
is
cool
good.
stuff.
How much HP
Alright.
does you get? Wait, you don't get health from your race in this. I'm thinking about
Nope.
Thinking about Pathfinder.
Yeah, stop thinking about
I got a whole 11 hit points, y'all. 11.
You have 11 hit points. That's the thing.
That's okay. This bar here has 8.
Oh, piss and shit. You know that moment when you've been waiting on an email for a few hours and it never showed up? And then you realize that the office is now closed and there's no way of getting that email until tomorrow? Yeah, that moment just happened.
So as a satyr, you're automatically proficient in like 2 things, which is
That's
very
fine.
helpful to you.
It's my own fault.
Proficiency in
How's it going
performance
to all of our viewers out there?
and
What are you guys up
persuasion
to
automatically. That's
on
good.
this hump day?
Bam.
We are about to play some Dungeons and Dragons,
Allegedly.
What?
and
I'll see what
it's
skills
gonna
you have
be
before.
interesting. Yeah, it was definitely a piss and shit moment for sure.
Deception.
Literal piss, not literal. Not there was not actually any pee or poo.
Persuasion stealth.
Sounds not fun.
Yeah.
You need one other one.
I mean, if it was literal, it would be.
Well, catch me when I wake
No,
up in the morning. I pee and poo every morning when I wake up.
Wait, what?
Who does that though?
Normal,
So
healthy
gross.
human beings.
So gross.
So biological. Us robots don't do that.
I'm gonna need you to leave that inside your body. All right.
Well, that's for now. For now,
Only a female thing.
you gotta
I
pay
know
big money.
so
for that.
much about women.
You live with money.
Everything important. All right.
Yeah. The
I hope you know
the
enough.
importance is you're wrong.
Right. I don't know shit. All right.
That also.
As long as you know that you're always wrong, James, you're safe.
I don't even try to argue with my wife. My wife could say anything and I would just agree with her. She could be like, there's only 4 planets. I'd be like, you're fucking right.
Wow. She has you trained really well.
Yeah, I just don't like arguing. Plus, she knows Krav Maga, so
Oh.
it's a fight I lose every time.
I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I really don't want to fight.
Can we not?
All right, let's start
What the
rolling some
f-
dice.
am I
I'm ready.
looking at? Okay, there we go.
To roll
I
some
really just my brain stopped working for a solid
Oh,
second.
man.
I read the same sentence like 4
The
times.
good news is that at level
I do that all
1,
the
you're
time. I
just
have
going to be
dyslexia.
throwing stones and rocks. At
I
things.
literally do that.
That's fine.
That's all we're all going to be doing. I have a stick as a weapon.
I
You
have
Your
a
trunk is a
spear,
weapon.
but
Actually,
I
I think
shoot
that-
Eldritch
yeah,
Blast.
no, you
so-
don't have a trunk. You have a creepy face.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I
You
have
don't-
claws.
You have claws. That's right. You have claws and you have short swords.
I don't remember what my claws.
I think the trunk
But
actually does more
2d4.
damage than the
1d4?
weapon I've got.
Elephant monster has his face, which scares off most
Slashing?
children.
He's got his trunk.
Yeah.
Slashing damage? Cool.
I would be
figured-
afraid of the elephant. If somebody was like, do what I say or my elephant friend is going to beat you to death.
Or
I'd
my
be like,
elephant
What
friend
do you
is
want me
going
to
to do what I say, and my elephant friend is going to look at you awkwardly for like 10 minutes. It's really uncomfortable.
do? Super intense.
I would just be afraid of the things you could do with the trunk.
And check out
When they have the
his
polar
regular
bears
hands.
just-
We're
They
basically
should be
in
big
Zootopia with the
hands,
cat
but they're
person and
not.
the elephant and the satyr, and I am just a man.
They were there.
I've had to make
I wish you were the bear.
I've had to
like
make
in-
bargains with eldritch gods.
Oh,
to make
yeah.
out.
I miss
You should,
Yuri.
like,
Oh,
change
Yuri!
your-
I miss
They had a
Yuri.
bear person.
You should change your like
They don't
title to
have a bear
menagerie
person?
master.
Just be another cat. Be
There's
a
a
cat
there's a
person.
lion, there's
My
a
name
cat,
is
there's
John.
They have a
elephant,
And this is my
there's
menagerie
a
of
turtle
practice.
man.
Ha!
Should have been a
Like
turtle man.
No,
How-
and
how
Oh
is
my
there not-
the
How's there not a bear?
turtle race is banned from my world.
Oh
I
my
had one guy
god.
play it in another one. I was like, "Why are you playing this?" He's like, and then he starts playing. I'm like, "They're banned now."
There needs to be a sloth.
Yeah, I'm-
I don't
I'm
care about
gonna be
anything.
slow
They're
at
so
everything.
doofy and just.
I'm
like,
glad that we
you
knew
couldn't
all
have
of these
survived as a
rules
race. You couldn't have survived.
beforehand.
You would have just all been turned into turtle
No
soup.
turtles, no evil.
No evil. No.
What else?
No turtles.
Bird.
Anything else for
As of
future
now,
reference?
Listen, the evil thing I thought was just going to be obvious, but apparently it wasn't.
No, fuck no.
Turtles is also obvious because they're retarded.
Okay, but you let an elephant join us.
And if retarded is offensive to other people, I don't give a shit.
Right, that's retarded.
The Loxodons actually look cool. I can't even say that about the tortoise people. They even look terrible.
Do they really? I'm not
Yeah.
gonna look this up.
Well, there's a difference between like a turtle and a
If we were
tortoise.
playing like an Asian theme campaign, I'd be like, all right, we'll make it work. You can be a turtle in Asian thing. You know, I could see them being
I love how you say turtle.
That's because that's
the
what
name
it's
of the race.
called.
The race
is called
Really?
turtles.
It's
Yeah.
literally that's what it's
Turtle?
called. Yeah, that's what it's
Am I
called.
not
Because
turtle
turtle
enough
would be an
turtle
actual
club?
creature. A turtle is going to every time you encounter a turtle in my
Okay,
world,
they are
it's a
actually pretty
monster.
cool.
What's that?
The Loxodon.
Yeah. Well,
Loxodons are cool. I ran one.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
are
they-
also monsters.
What monster are you playing again?
druid.
A druid.
But
Okay, I could see that.
they stole them from Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, they're from
so
Magic the Gathering.
That's why they look cool because
This
they have the
satyr-
art from there.
This
The
is the-
satyr that they use is also
So
from Magic the
just-
Gathering.
the
Just to
hippie
cover
art.
some,
Druid.
Druid.
Green magic, like this is
Does
you. This is
Luna
like
have
a
a
druid
background?
like
More
thing.
like the guy right
Click
here.
she have it on the other
That
character
one?
sheet.
It's not, she doesn't have a background written down.
What like more like that guy?
He looks old.
You need a
You
background.
don't look like an old
It's gonna be
man.
man.
entertainer.
The good news is druids don't
I
age.
mean, so far
It's
as
gonna be
I'm
Once
entertainer.
you're- I think
concerned
it's just
is
like
my,
for every
my
10
character's
years
kind of a
you're
hippie
used-
traveler.
All right, wait. We might have something for hippie traveler too.
Right, you have to go like a nomadic.
We
Uh,
have a hermit.
Some of
Hermit.
these are kind of
We
cute.
already have a hermit.
Wait. We have
Wait, a
hermit.
hermit that randomly performs for people?
We have hermit. We have urchin.
As soon as I thought of a hermit, that performs for people, I
wait.
thought of a secret tunnel guy.
This is
Secret
kinda
tunnel.
So we have.
I'm him. I'm him.
So we have urchin.
It'd be really difficult to
We have
cosplay as
Hermit.
one of these. Like,
Well, first I
We
looked
have
at the
entertainer
lion
and
one,
we
and I was
have
like, wait, we already have a cat
Charlatan.
person.
I don't think she would be.
We don't need a lion.
charlatan.
Oh,
What would the guy from
speaking of.
Avatar
I
be?
feel like that guy would be an entertainer.
Entertainer. But they don't really entertain. They sing for themselves to get through life.
That guy was the best. Oh, I remember the end. And
Entertain. So this is entertainer's background.
God
Because nobody
damn.
else picked entertainer. Entertainer is you came to Icewindale 3 years ago seeking inspiration for a new song or poem. Drawn by tales of the land's harsh beauty and legendary exploits of Drist Duyurden. Since then, I always say her name wrong, but it's Oral. Oral, the Frost Maiden, has cast an evil spell over the Dale, preventing you from returning home.
I sound like I'm in cabaret. But you
Yes.
turn home.
So you're basically done here. Did you have spells on this other sheet?
Today's campaign is actually D&D 5e.
I don't see any. Did you have another page?
There might be another page with her
That's
spells.
the
I'm
actual
not sure.
title of the adventure.
I'm pretty sure she has them written down in there somewhere.
I found it.
So yeah, this is a D&D 5e campaign with our local group in New Orleans, and then the campaign that we played yesterday is a Pathfinder 2e campaign that we do virtually with our friends from Denver.
This is the name of it, in case anyone's wondering. That's the name
He's cute.
of it. She is cute. That's her.
That's the lady.
It's Oral.
That's Oral. Oral.
Yeah.
Oral intensity. Sorry.
So remember how we were talking about like the
So check it
different
out.
types of tabaxi?
I
And
circled
you
the
said there
spells
was
that
a
you actually
specific
have.
one that
so
was the
just
solid
ignore
white one.
everything
Okay.
underneath it.
It's just going to be
You
one
can
that's
find
for
your
the
spells here in the
northern
table.
version of it. So we're just going to say it's like a crag
There
cat
is your sheet.
version of the
What is it?
Tabaxi.
How do you spell that?
Crag cat?
Yeah.
You are basically done.
CRAG is crag, and then
Done.
C-H-E.
One thing. I understand
Okay.
what I'm doing.
Well, luckily, it's basically the same as your other sheet. It's basically just this.
I never got to play my character.
Oh.
good thing for you, you get to do it now.
Well, what
All I
what
got to
I
do was role play.
what I should explain at the very least is how your bardic inspiration
I know, you
works.
guys,
That's
I
the
got a
only
brief
feature that you have.
synopsis of that thing where you guys basically sat there a lot and just didn't do anything.
And I mean, I taught her how to pluck her strings.
Sorry.
Can we just focus just enough so that we can actually play this evening?
Oh, we're going to play, no worries.
Someone just gets really distracted really
It's
easily.
okay, I have no problem.
I mean, he was asking for background story, and I concluded that, that's what we
We
know.
don't have one.
So what
I
you
said I
can
was
do.
a hippie.
So your most bardy ability, the only one that you have right now, is bardic inspiration.
That's so uninspiring.
You can use your bonus action during combat to grant any other person an extra D6 to any roll that they make within the next turn.
It's pretty badass.
You can do that a number of
D6 to hit
times
or
per
D6
day,
to damage.
equal to your charisma modifier. So like any roll, you select a person. So you sing a song or tell a joke or give a stirring speech.
Yeah, you have
And
to
then a
actually
person-
you have to sing it or
Right.
tell the joke.
If you
Otherwise,
don't, then
it
it
doesn't
doesn't
work.
count.
You have to role play that shit. You
It's-
want to play bars?
It's like that Munchkin card where if you sing
I love it.
the song on a card, you get like a free level.
But that goes for everything. If you guys are casting spells or you're doing some sort of attack or whatever,
When I play ball, I'm singing a
and
song.
I tell y'all tell me what happens. You need to describe that shit because if I'm describing all this other stuff, I'm doing a bunch of role playing.
When I play bard,
I
you about to
expect you
get
guys
you
to
about to
do
get
too.
some sing song shit whether you like it or not. But so yeah, that's your
tunnel.
you about to get some shit.
So I know that like you don't really want to ever help anybody move again, but
Are you saying you need help moving?
We're not saying it.
Well,
Technically, you're saying it. We're
you know,
agreeing.
I was just curious if maybe you might have some spare time in a couple weeks
Oh, he has plenty of spare time.
to help me
Spare
out.
time.
He is the
yeah,
most spare.
the really, really, really cool thing is I'm just moving buildings.
You're just moving. Oh, you're in the same complex.
Yeah, same apartment complex and everything.
Tell me you're going
Down.
from the third to the first floor.
Going to the second floor. But
So down and back up.
but it's a 2-story apartment on the second floor. So the bed is gonna have to go down 2 flights and back up 2 flights.
Of course.
I'm assuming it's a light bed.
The light,
It's very light.
it's a king size
Very
bed.
small.
Yeah, totally. It's a nice, chunky king size bed.
Wow.
It's cool. You know, we're gonna have like
Thank you.
4 dudes and some trucks and a couple hands. Not mine, because I can only pick up so much, but it's gonna be great. Mhm.
So we're good to go.
You just stand there
She'll figure out how the bar works soon.
Stand there with this disappointed look in a whip.
Well, you know what sucked last time was whenever I moved into my current apartment. It was right before I was getting hand surgery, and so I was still on a weight limit on my hands, so I actually couldn't help move anything because I was in a brace.
Allegedly. And then this time when she moves, oh God, I sprained my other wrist.
No, actually, I'm still on a weight limit on this
Oh.
hand,
Sorry.
but not very much.
Sorry, Jeff.
I think I'm up to like 10 pounds now. They told me I can slowly start working.
10 pounds.
So she can
Basically like the sheets and
Right.
a couple pillows.
Yeah, they told me not to
Not at the
carry
same
more
time.
than like 20 pounds in the hand right now.
So don't pick up Gaia.
I'll try not to.
You
I
can
already
carry
have.
all the
I was
stuff.
gonna say she's like,
There's
I've already.
There's
done
still
that."
a good there's a good chunk of it that I'll be able to move by myself. It's just a couple big things like the bed, the dressers, and the desks that I'm gonna need help with. Like I can even do the TVs and shit by myself. That's fine.
The
This
heavy
happens
stuff.
legit.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It
need
even
some
tells, like,
muscles.
exactly where I got
Peoples.
spells from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Just let me know ahead of time.
it'll
It's
be the weekend of
called,
February 12th,
D&D
13th, and
spell
14th.
5e.
there you
I'll
go.
do that.
Good job.
Sounds like fun.
So
And
we're
then
going with
maybe we
entertainer,
can
or are
have
we
movie
going with
day
something
one of
else
those
here?
days.
I
We'll move it
slapped
all.
entertainer on the sheet.
Okay, then it
Fucking
is
pop
what
on a
it
movie
is.
and lay on the
After-
floor.
After we're all exhausted.
This is what
Yeah.
happens when
That's
you
it.
don't
We
show
all
up
sit
for dinner.
down.
I'll
You
order
have
pizza
to
and beer, and
excuses.
we'll just watch some movies. I
I
think that's a good idea.
Just
So real
remind
quick,
me.
so an overview.
Because I will
of-
forget in a
Y'all are
moment.
in
I'll be like,
Icewindale. I already told them basically what it
That's
is.
fine.
Essentially,
What?
you're just like
It's like 3
in
weeks
a-
from now.
Yeah.
3
It's a
weeks.
long time. I
It's
forget
like a
stuff from
giant
2 days ago.
tundra.
I walked
The
out
whole
the door
Dale
3
is
times
under
today
this,
before I left. I
spell.
walked out. I was like, I
of,
left my Dungeons
like,
and Dragons books on the
forever
couch.
winter.
Walked back in,
It's been
got
going
my
on
truck.
for 2 years.
It's like,
So
I
Got the
all
dumb Stephen
all
King books.
passages
God, I went back
south
to the truck. And I'm
and out
like,
of
wait, I
here
left my whole
are,
backpack in there. I was
basically
like, what am I
snow
doing?
blocks.
You're a mess.
You
Don't
know,
worry,
all the
she
trails to
forgot
the
our
mountains
character
and
sheets
find
and
the
dice,
world,
so
they're
it's
all
Not
okay.
remember them.
I usually forget one thing every time. But this is the first time I've come where I remembered everything that I wanted to.
I'm proud of you.
One
I'm
of-
usually pretty good, but I had so many other things to take care of today that I was not fully focused by any means.
So your room, right?
Yes.
Your Kia.
Do you have more than one dog?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, this does not look like the same dog that was over here.
Ludo, did you
I was like,
transform?
I got really oh, he's not bothering me or anything.
She sounded like she was doing something.
Oh.
She's not supposed to do.
Oh no, she was just standing here
I didn't
sniffing my
realize
leg.
that was
What's
the
your
second
character's
dog
name,
either.
Come on.
Um.
Why don't you
You
go
have a
outside?
name
You're
for
being
it.
weird. I don't like when you're-
You didn't have a name on the sheet.
She
Oh,
didn't.
I think
Cybella, I thought is what you named it.
no, that's
That was
the
it. Tango.
Yeah, that's the Tengu. I think I basically just kind of left it to the group to call me whenever.
Oh, we're coming up with a name.
Yeah.
You should ask the audience to come up with a name.
Yeah,
Well,
audience.
no, because
Name
like
her.
after you know, you
Oh,
gotta
that's the
get.
internet.
Female
They're about to be like,
satyr.
Tits McGee.
Female satyr.
With a
Right? It's a
ukulele.
female satyr?
Yeah.
I'm
There you
so
go.
impressed with my outfit.
I'm gonna call you Yuke.
I put this together in
Yeah,
the
it's-
last like
it's
30 minutes.
Dude, what is
Didn't you
legit
turn into the
together
moon? I
from?
don't want to call you that.
Shit, I already
Because,
had.
like, this
My
is-
girl-
My girlfriend's
This
from
is bra
China.
that I already
That's
had.
not funny.
It's actually an LED bra, like it lights up and stuff. And then I had the first skirt that I made to match this whenever I used to go dance. And then I already
Everybody
had the
act
white
normal.
underbust
Radio,
set,
huh?
and then the belt thing, and then I had the white fluffy things from go-go dancing and white thigh highs, and I like arm warmers, so I just already had all
You're
this
like,
shit.
you're like, I've got. Well, I've
It's like
seen
the
the
fur-
inside of your house. You
it's-
should
it's
have
actually
costumes for
The best one I've
everything.
seen so far. So yeah, I like it. It's solid.
Thank you. I feel like my Dompier has gotten better. I finally got like the better corset with the shit on it, and I feel like I upgraded that one.
I
Now
never
she
really.
has to be a policeman.
A policeman. God damn
He's a
it.
police person.
Police person, police family.
The amount of costumes in your house alone
Yeah,
is
I mean,
He's not really
ridiculous.
police. Y'all
I
are
know.
guards.
Well, that's why it's gonna be. We're
They're
moving into a
agents.
3-bedroom.
I had a whole
It's actually a
concept
2-story
for
like
that
townhouse.
wall, and
So
then
I'm pretty excited about it because now the spare room will be used for the computer and the
Sounds like a saving
pole
movie.
and my costumes.
Makes sense. You definitely
like,
needed
I'll
it.
make it
I know, right?
With you, you.
So I'm pretty excited.
With the my dog.
You're almost as bad as my ex-girlfriend Katie. She has 3 rooms, and all of them are full of clothes. Her own room. Then she's got 2 spare rooms that both have full double closets and clothes just laying on top of stuff. And I'm like,
Sounds like my mother.
I was like, what do you have on
My
the
mother
My
has a
suggestion
literal
for-
store
To
rolling racks.
costumes.
My suggestion for a character name is Piper.
Piper.
I like
Piper
that.
is my suggestion.
Done.
I'm just my suggestion.
I like it. Writing it on the sheet.
Just name your character.
What is it?
Piper,
Okay.
pay attention.
Slifer the Sky Dragon. So we are.
Yeah, so last we left
town.
off. So like I was trying to explain to her that basically y'all are locked up in the north in Icewindale,
Right.
which is in this constant state of frozenness and winter, and basically because of that, so like it's thrown me off. Damn it. So for whatever reason, if you had been up here, actually, if you're following the whole entertainer background, and you were looking for maybe some sort of, you were using the North as your muse, and you're like, yeah, I came up with some great songs, and time to go home, and I can't because all the passes are covered in like 20 feet of snow, and
Behind us.
and then I was like, maybe I'll trek out to the ice sea, but no one's going out there. That's you can't afford it because it would have to be an expedition to get out there.
And now you're stuck with these freaks.
So I'll give you. This is a map of the area.
Yeah, it's rain hour. My friend
So,
invited me to I just did Jordan.
Oh, nice.
Didn't even put a fucking.
This is all of Icewindale, and so there's the Sea of Moving Ices up here, which there are ships up there that
Yeah,
could
'cause
take
she's
you
just gonna
down
sit here
south.
and eat all the fucking
But generally,
chicken.
they're not going to do that.
Literally, there's
So
one
you'd-
left.
You'd have to spend it.
She just sat there and ate all of it.
To
Like,
do that. She's in big trouble. You're currently in Targos.
Mhm.
You're staying at the you're staying at one of the inns, and you don't know any of these fine folks. That's what happens when you're not here.
Okay.
We are searching for like a.
You don't know what you're searching for. She can't hear that's out of character knowledge. Don't be a jerk. Come on now.
yeah.
I mean, I'm here and I don't know what we're searching for.
Right.
So.
Like, I know.
You
We're here looking for some sort of fake creature, as I recall.
Could I potentially ask you for like a spoon or something? Because
You could potentially
they
you
totally did not give
use
us
that
any.
for one. Just be, hey, can I have a spoon?
Okay,
On
can I have a spoon?
behalf
That's cool. See,
of
do that.
Danica Greysteel,
I like when
she even
people are
gave
clear.
us a lantern of tracking with which to find
Wait,
She
what?
did.
said fake creature.
That bitch.
First of all, it's not a fake creature. Second of all, stop giving out information.
We all have. What are you talking about?
I forgot.
We were all there for that.
She wasn't.
Well, she has to pretend like her character doesn't know.
How do you know that?
I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, you haven't done this before.
She's busy eating.
Well, that's clear from the get-go tonight.
Exactly. Thank you, sir.
I'm a hippie traveler. You expect
What I
me
do.
to pay
Run around
Run
looking
around.
for secret tunnels.
Secret tunnel.
Coyotes?
Secret tunnel.
This is the worst Pokemon ever. Stay put.
Yeah, you guys are at the Luskin Arms, I believe. I sent a picture of the town map to all y'all on the group chat.
I
We
saw
were
it.
staying at whichever. Yeah.
The Luskin Arms, that's
Yeah.
what I said. You're not listening.
Luskin Arms. Where's your sheet that I was writing stuff down on? There it is.
There. What do you want now?
That's not chicken.
It craves attention, father.
Hmm.
That's my elbow going.
Yeah. It's easier for me to just be cold. I need share attention when I want it. All right. So you guys are in the town of Targos,
Well,
which for Luna's benefit, we will kind of go over real quick again. Targos is encircled by a wooden wall, which helps protect the town from attacks from orcs and other threats from the wilderness. The wall extends out into the lake, creating a safe harbor for the town's boats. But now Oral's long winter has frozen the water in the harbor, and many of Targos' boats are trapped in the ice. Fishers must drag their smaller vessels across the ice to get to the unfrozen lake beyond the harbor walls. Almost all the towns in Icewindale make their living off of the lakes, but nowhere is this fact more evident than in Targos. The town has always had the biggest fishing fleet and the biggest fishing industry. Everything that goes on here revolves around hauling the knucklehead trout out of the Mare de Walden. Oral's endless winter makes the work harder, but it gets done nonetheless. So, and their heraldry, it's big. All the towns have heraldry. Everything has heraldry. At one point, you guys might have heraldry. A single-sailed black ship facing to the right on a blue field, representing the town's pride in its fishing fleet.
woo!
Boom.
Fishy.
Fishy. Yeah.
Fishy nerds. All right.
Fishing nerds. So you guys are at the Luskin Arms. The Luskin Arms is the oldest public house in 10 towns, established back when Bryn Shandar was still just a camp on the hill. Luskin was a thriving city in the south. Many of the traders who came to Targos in those days hailed from Luskin. So the Luskin Arms was built to look like an inn that might be found in the city of Sails, which is Luskin. As a result, much of the decor is nearly 200 years old, reflecting Luskin as it was in the years before its decline. The inn has sturdy walls but rotten floorboards.
She's not allowed to have any.
Drafts come up from the common room from the cellar, and the place is infested with rats, which scurry between the walls all hours of the night.
Rats in the walls, all hours of the
And the
night.
proprietor, if you guys remember, the proprietor was that sunken, sullen, super, super sad-looking dude who was just like, balding and, not handsome like me, just terrible. Just terrible. So, the three of you so did you guys secure a room?
Yes.
Or not?
We did.
You secured a room. We'll say that you guys are sitting down in, now you had determined that the lantern had lit up when you guys were here.
Yeah, that happened once.
And then it went away. You guys decided to get a room because it's super effing cold outside.
Yep.
Came here, got yourself a room secured. Now you're in the common room down below where there's just constant breeze coming through from like cracks in the floorboard. So, which is super uncomfortable.
Super great.
And then
Drinking mead.
drinking mead. That's right. We just determined you were drinking the mead, which is made from sap from local pine trees.
Cactus juice.
No.
It'll quench you. So we're chilling in the common room.
What's a roll up?
The only other person in here
Mom's
was
favorite candy.
a tiefling in full plate armor who had gotten up at one point and left when you guys came back downstairs. He's no longer there. And then now you see this, I'm going to say a bundled up humanoid sitting near the great hearth, plucking, what instrument do you play? I'm assuming that.
Yeah.
Plucking on a strange lute. Very small.
Weirdest loot I've ever seen.
Very,
Does it have all the strings like the previous bar that had one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember the previous bard had one?
One stringed.
Yeah, this is not the same bard. You don't know what happened to that guy.
He probably died. All right.
He probably died of frostbite. From just standing in the common room from the drafts coming out. Or he was eaten by
My
rats.
instrument choices are shift kiss. So.
I'm gonna see if I can get some mood music going.
Okay, so someone playing a lute, or excuse me.
You're playing the music, Max. Just play noises.
Going with a constant C right now because that's like. Just gonna play the noises and you just get.
That's like the only sound they have for Icewind Dale.
It's just wind.
Wind.
Well, there's no water noises because it's frozen.
Frozen water.
Ludo's just on a mission to walk around today.
He'll lay down eventually, and he'll stop bothering you guys.
I mean, he's not bothering me. He's just walking back and forth. Usually he's done by now. Usually he's like,
All right,
that's
enough.
No birds.
All right.
There's no
I
bird.
was like, bird. No birds.
Powerful wind.
They're all frozen as well.
Ukulele. This is the only other person in here. What am I? Okay, I'm gonna.
There's got to be something better than this one.
You should come have a drink with us, friend.
Yeah, you're sitting in literally you're like you had your last ditch effort the night before. There was a caravan that was heading south to Luskin, and they gave you a ridiculous price. Like you were expecting to only pay like 10 gold, and you're like 10 gold, it's gonna cover everything. I can sit here and I can play my music and inspire everyone, and we can do this, and it seemed really promising. They took a 5 gold deposit from you, and they took some of your gear and put it in their wagon. And when you got up the next day to get ready to go, they were already gone. So your 5 gold is missing, and some of your gear is missing. We'll determine what that gear is later. But right now, it's not super important. Basically, you still have your necessities. So your
can-do spirit.
So your 5 gold, poorer now, and you didn't really have companions before, but now you're kind of like, now you're kind of a little stuck. So this human, boring human, regular old human, invites you over to drink with its 2 weirdos.
Invites you to come have a drink with my elephant.
My elephant monster
Cat
friend
friend.
and this sexy cat lady.
Huh?
That's
Yeah.
Huh?
I'm known for attracting all types of people. The gorgeous and the monstrous.
Yes.
Can I just kind of look at him?
I don't know. He could be attractive in elephant standards. I just don't know.
Right?
what,
Who knows
what
what
those would be. Yeah.
He just looks like he has a noodle on his face.
Just kind of look.
Tasty meat. Huh? Free chair.
I mean, there's so many empty tables
Right.
in here.
It's
Like,
moderately
and you
warmer.
could
over
get your
here.
own table.
I mean, you see, like, yeah. So I just kind of like instead of taking a chair, I just like kind of sit on top of the table next to you guys.
All right. Where's that tavern server lady? Oh, he's more of a wench. It just seems so
It's totally fun to say one because you know what? What's her name?
Oh,
Winchy.
what if it's not? Excuse me, Miss Winch.
Miss Wins,
It's
hey.
Sophia.
Pardon. I need another mead for my friend.
Yeah, I think that was his wife. Yeah. I think that was.
What's your name?
He's trying to role play
It
with
was
you.
his wife.
It's
I know,
okay.
but like,
Don't listen to him.
I just heard wife.
He's getting lost.
Yeah,
The tavern owner's wife served us mead earlier.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
She was like really bubbly and very nice.
Yeah.
And then she told him to shut up at one point. She said, "My husband Owen is kind of a dick."
So you said my name's Piper, right?
Apparently.
Okay,
Well, we're asking.
Piper.
Well, I'm Nelson. This is
Bruce.
Vroon. And this is Kiyomi. And we are valiant adventurers. That's not true. I'm I'm a scholar. I came here looking for knowledge, but then winter happened, so stuck here with this guy.
Well, we're all kind of stuck with each other at this point. None of
You're
us are
surprised
leaving.
by the monster that's over here starts speaking.
Random
And you
elephant
see
man.
because again, your face is like covered, right? So you just have like this weird nose.
We're drinking. He's not covering his face.
Whatever. So
Obviously,
you see
an elephant now.
so clearly an elephant face. So this gray noodle flopping around while he's talking. It's very distracting.
I just imagine you just like it just waves unnecessarily while you speak. And then the other day I was gonna stop it.
He was like Italian and explained everything with his
Oh my
hands. But
god.
instead of his hands, he uses his trunk.
Wait, what's your character's name again?
Vroom.
Vroon?
Vroom.
Yeah, like a vacuum. Because
Like
he has a vacuum
like
nose.
vroom, vroom, but with an N.
Fair.
Like vroom,
I
like
just-
a car going vroom.
No, with an N. With an N.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Room?
If I offend you in any time,
I'll
just
say
let me
it with
know.
my.
I know some people are
my
very sensitive at the
Midwestern
table,
old-
not everybody, but some
So
people get
offended.
sensitive. Hey, listen.
So offended.
Well, listen, man.
Bro, calm down. Yeah, it's cool.
Just roll your dice.
I can
What
be
am I
really
rolling
mean.
for?
Room?
I don't
That's it.
I'm gonna say
Roll 'em
everything
all.
with the weird.
charisma.
Did I win?
Yeah, that's how I say my olds.
I don't
anyway.
know. You're the fucking casino dealer. You should know if you win at rolling dice.
This is true.
Did you do cards though?
Yeah, he did cards.
Not a dice dealer.
So many of those games I don't understand the
Well,
rules of.
roulette. You know, I deal roulette. I can
You
Did
can,
you?
You can spin.
Rarely. I don't like it.
Oh,
And I only have one table open on my shift, so it was like, somebody needs a bathroom break. They're like, you go deal a few hands. Yeah, leave me alone.
word.
All right. So, yeah, you're sitting at the table next to them. You said you were sitting on the table?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
wanted to sit
That's
on the
weird.
table.
But okay.
Crisscross chilling on the table.
Legs crisscross, or just
Crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
crisscross?
She's basically saying what she's doing right the fuck now, just on the
Yeah.
table instead of in the chair.
It's a crisscross.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not judging.
No.
Yeah,
Let's
I'd be
make
judging
it
too.
specifically lotus. Lotus. So this.
While you're there with
Okay,
your,
that's
with
fine.
your
I can totally.
glory.
So you guys can see the hooves immediately, and you're like, "Oh."
I'm
You
not
all
even-
thought we're like a halfling with just like fur pants on, but then you also have horns, right?
Little
But they could be under a hood, so I was wondering maybe.
Yeah.
But you
Fair.
like you see the hooves, and then you see the poke of a little horn poking through like underneath her hair, and you're like, "Oh,
I'm
that's."
just a little irritated because there's still no regular people in this place.
There is, first of all,
What's a
there's the
regular
bartender,
person?
proprietor, and his wife, who is lovely.
Yeah.
You
Sir.
forget them. You think they didn't come out here for adventure, and then they had to get stuck here, and now they have an inn.
I don't think that's what happened.
You don't think they had dreams and adventuring? You don't know that. You don't know that they're both basic commoners level 1. You don't know
That their
that, even though
dream
I
was
just
to
said
just have a
it.
bar.
Maybe they decided to make the bar to meet interesting people.
Yeah, maybe
You
that's
don't know,
how.
Yeah, like
you
me.
don't know their life.
I bet I do.
You don't know that the reason that he owns the inn now is because he was injured in a terrible fishing accident which broke both his legs, and now he hobbles around in constant pain,
So he's-
which is why he's a miserable old fuck.
So he's their Toddley, is what you're saying.
He is not Tommy.
Tommy's dead.
is dead. Tommy had his blood drained out by an evil, sadistic,
Vampirist.
wanted to play an evil character, but clearly couldn't yet because she was still playing under my rule.
My dog here was not supposed to be evil. I was gonna be evil.
Are we sure this innkeeper isn't Quoth, whatever his name is? Quoth? How do
The
you pronounce his
Raven?
name?
I don't remember.
The guy from The Name of the Wind.
Oh, jeez.
Is it Quoth?
It's
Quoth?
I think it's
Quoth?
Quoth.
Yeah, however you want to pronounce it.
Like,
Thanks, fantasy.
So you're sitting there playing your
Learn how to
lutes, just
spell
kind of
pronounce
strumming
well.
their. I mean, you guys introduce yourselves. You can describe your characters at this point.
So I literally, I don't know. No, I'm a nerd. I have a very heavy
Wow.
coat and a cloak on and
I can
glasses.
tell by your name.
And my name is Nelson.
Yeah.
Is it a gray color? Is it a brown,
It's brown.
color? Is
Everything is brown.
everything is
The
brown.
only identifying feature about me is I have a pin with the symbol of Candlekeep on it. So it's just like a castle tower with some fire around it. That's it.
You are so boring.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, goes.
Right up until you realize that I offer homage to Cthulhu.
Nah.
So it's like my
No one
finger.
knows about that.
Exactly.
And no one will. We keep those secrets deep inside.
Sounds
For
like
now.
my Tengu.
No one talks to Cthulhu.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then there's
Yeah.
Basically.
Exactly.
And Bruce,
Yeah. It's a very large, over 7 foot
you
elephant.
have to do this every time.
No, we're not doing that.
No, you-
That's his
Don't
character.
they have like
No,
a
no,
costume
you
feature
have
where you can
to.
get like a? I feel like you could be like an elephant, like wear glasses with like an elephant nose.
Probably.
Wear
You
that
have a point.
all the
People, like,
time.
cosplay
Probably.
elephant nose before.
Yeah, it's got to be out there.
Just make it with a ponytail. Cut the ponytail.
I'm not convincing you.
Sounds like a lot. No, I'm not wrong.
No.
You
Dollar
convinced
store
her.
I can't tell if
crap.
you're playing this game or if you're playing Pokemon.
I'm disappointed in
everybody
your role
keeps
playing.
talking, so I'm gonna let
It's
y'all
your
talk when y'all are
turn,
done.
Reed.
I was talking, and then y'all decided to interrupt. So
Okay, go ahead.
we
We're
all are
not
done
even-
having your word orgy over
All right,
there.
Brune.
Keep
Brune's
talking.
turn.
Describe Rude.
Rune. Okay. Anyway, we'll back to the description. Oh my God,
That doesn't count as interrupting. That's her character.
that's her character.
It's just a little obnoxious.
Yeah, Rune is like a over 7 foot tall, 400-pound, dark brown elephant.
Dark brown elephant.
Dark brown. Yeah, he's like
I
an
thought they were
African
gray.
elephant. No, that's Asian elephants.
Oh,
Big
okay.
difference.
Got
That's, yeah, Asian elephants have the little tusk and shit.
Okay.
African elephants.
Yeah.
Gangsters.
Yeah, they're gangsters.
Do
They're the
you
OG
have
elephants.
tusks?
Yeah, all elephants have tusks.
You're not an elephant.
You're
You're
a
a monster person.
The
you have
Loxodon
tusks?
also have tusks.
Are they like long? Are they? How far do they go out? Do you have like accoutrements on them? Are they jeweled or
They're
anything?
like they're not bedazzled. if that's
Not
what
yet.
you're asking.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We haven't found a piece of headgear.
We'll become well.
I will allow you to wear a
To
magical
me,
ring on one.
You sound like the elephant from
Babar, yes. No.
no.
Actually, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Big
A
brown
mixture
elephant.
between that and Tarzan.
So are your tusks like really pronounced or
No, man.
subtle?
No, they're not gonna be some ridiculous tusks. They're like medium sized. They're not subtle, but they're not.
Maybe like 6
They're like
inches,
ant
like
size,
average.
just-
Yeah, exactly.
So you're like average length for
Exactly,
most,
like average length.
like
you
most
know?
males.
No, because
Yeah.
So actually, more like 5.5.
Yeah.
It just depends on
Let's
what.
be honest.
right, depending on your ethnic background.
Well, he's African, so I'm gonna say it's bigger.
Could be.
God damn
6.
it. All right.
okay, Reed.
Let's Google it.
Yeah, and it's got like some nice blue and yellow war.
You're not an
paint
Asian
stuff on
elephant,
its
right?
face.
It would be like 4-inch tusk.
No, he said African.
Okay,
He
we're
did
just
say
like
African.
clear.
Like I said, Asian elephants don't have as big a tusk as African, which is
It's actually true.
that's what I'm saying. Is that
That's amazing.
anyway? So yeah. Anyway, you can go on to the cat lady now.
You say you have like war
talk-
paint on?
Yeah, he has paint on his
Yeah,
face.
he's got paint. He's got like blue and
Well,
yellowish.
Is it paint or like tattoos?
What's-
It's. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question, but I don't know if you. Can
I'd say at
catch
this
in
point
that
it'd probably be like a war paint because you're still
Yeah.
your lower level characters. It's gonna be
Yeah.
like because tattoos are more like it's gonna be costly and it's gonna be a ritual and
Yeah.
y'all can actually get magical tattoos in the game, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. My other character, Tatiana, did.
Nice.
She's a fire sorcerer, so she gained like fiery things on her face.
I did that.
Yeah,
Well, Pathfinder had a
every
whole tattoo
Pathfinder
sorcerer.
show.
There's a
got
bunch of
something
there's a
in
bunch
it.
in D&D for like tattoos as like an actual ritual. Like you get one and then it's
Yeah.
almost like having
Yeah, I
another
played
slot
that.
for magical items.
I played tattooed sorcerer in Pathfinder once. That was pretty fun.
So what kind of clothes are you wearing again? I mean, you guys all wear these winter clothes. So just to be clear, y'all have winter gear on your character sheets.
Yeah.
So it's going to be,
Yeah.
everything's going to have an added layer of fur, an added layer of like leather and like a little bit more about, even though you're a furry person and you have like,
Your own.
you still need additional furs because
Yeah.
it's just part of,
It's just fucking cold. Yeah.
unless you were specifically like, I'm playing a Goliath and Goliaths have, it says mountainous as their like,
Yeah, they don't need the.
they don't need it because they're like run around naked in the mountains in the cold because that's like their thing.
That's just crazy talk.
They're that one guy in school that you knew that always wore shorts every day.
Fuck that guy.
I never had a jacket.
Right, just
So you have like
shorts
furs,
and khaki
you have like
shorts
furs
and
and
shit
stuff
every
like that.
day.
Yeah. He's just wearing like
20
basic
degrees
leather
outside.
type armor with like dark leather.
Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
So like and like a hide coat or something
Yeah.
like that with some fur in the inline or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure these 450-pound elephants have a little bit of insulation somewhere.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying you don't have insulation. I'm just like
Well, I'm wearing leather armor.
for reasons of we talked about before when you guys get caught out in the middle of nowhere and you have your gear's all torn up and I start saying, okay, I'm gonna roll some dice here. I don't want you to be like, oh well, I've got that and all these extras. No, you don't. You don't have enough to fend off that kind of wind.
That's what I'm just going to turn into.
That's
some
why
sort
you
of a
need to
ice
find
creature.
shelter.
Right, some sort of snow creature, yeah.
Yeah, find a Yeti. You guys can make really cool outfits out of them.
Actually,
You could all
It's
then you
probably
could all
what mine's made out of
cosplay
then.
a group of Yetis after you kill a whole family.
I don't like
Ooh,
Yetis
that sounds
anymore.
fun.
I
Those
just
Yetis
find
were
it.
pretty badass.
I got.
Don't be looking up Yetis.
Sneak attacks by a Yeti.
Because you have a monster manual, that doesn't mean you can just sit there and look at them.
I mean, I have to know what I can turn into.
Do it anyway.
Yeti
Yeah, wait.
is not something you can turn into.
Yeah, I was about to say, wait, can he? That'd be
Because
cool.
they're like sentient creatures.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
beasts. Well, actually, they turn into elementals too, and they're not elementals. So
Elementals are
See, like an ice elemental would be nice to turn into.
primal forces. of
I'm not high
nature.
enough level. to
Or
turn
a fire
into
elemental, and then you just melt through the tundra.
What?
and he immediately drowns.
Just like, psh. I had no idea we were staying in water.
And then it freezes over instantly, and he's frozen in ice forever. And you guys see it.
Elementals, what level are
Yeah,
they?
fuck.
All right, you can describe your character. Obviously, besides the way that you're dressed now, I'm sure there's a little bit more to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just a solid white cat creature.
Oh, it's way up there. It's level 10.
Approximately 5'2", 5'3" in
Oh, you're
height.
smaller than I thought. Okay.
Yeah, actually, like I'm the runt of the litter for the cat people. And because of that, I was like bullied, so I became a total bitch. And I'm just the fighter type that just wants to beat everybody up because I fucking hate people
That's why I
and
hired-
creatures. And yeah,
Oh,
I'm like
that's
a
right, you
bodyguard.
hired her.
Yeah.
You ran out of money, and then you just like him because he's very nice.
Yeah. Well, and he offered me meat, so I was like, oh, okay.
Booze?
So
He
I
hasn't made fun
have
of
the
you.
white fur,
Right.
and I have the warrior style like clothing like this, and a little bit of black leathery armor, black belt pouch, little things like that. I have my 2 swords on my back. I also have a longbow, and I have some kind of pointy claws that could also be used as weapons that are probably hidden somewhere
Yeah.
currently, like in my jacket pocket.
We'll say you have like an equivalent, like big white kind of like cloak that gives you that, so that you can kind of bundle yourself when you need to.
Bundled up.
Bundle up. Not a black cloak. All black.
You know what?
Right there.
Found her.
You know what?
We changed that. We went from black to white.
I have a few black items on me, but for
Yeah,
the
that's
most
fine.
part,
But they'll just
Yeah.
look like debris in the tundra, and
Yeah.
you know you could easily blend those away. But it's like when you're all black, we're like, what's that black creature?
I didn't realize that we were going to be playing in a snow area. I was dumb for a moment.
So
It's fine.
Yeah, so we changed it. And here I
Luna,
am.
you can describe your character as you're so awkwardly sitting there with your hooves up in your lotus position, playing your lute, ukulele.
Lutalele.
Ukulele.
Well, as stated, I kind of how I am right now.
Like it?
Yep. Just kind of chilling and just vibing with you guys while playing. Just kind of taking in each one of you.
Drinking some mead.
Yep.
Did you say you were a hippie or a hipster?
Hippie.
Is there a difference?
Yeah, there's a difference.
There's
Yeah,
definitely a
there's-
difference.
Yeah, no one likes
One is-
hipsters.
Yeah, well,
Well, hipsters like hipsters.
hippie's fine. Hipster,
I feel
Those
like
are going to get banned for
companies that make IPAs like hipsters. What?
This is true.
What are they drinking now? White Claw? Is that a thing still?
What?
It's too mainstream for hipsters.
I don't have them now, but like you just see like it's just like raggedy hair, of course, because the wind,
Right.
and then there'll probably be some braids, or if I haven't already, like or just
I'm really digging
braid
this one
both
like that,
sides. Just braided hair,
I like it.
braided hair.
You got horns. Are they curled? Are they elongated? Just in like a swooping pattern or something like that? Sometimes they're just nubs. It depends on. I mean, all satyrs are different, so it's almost as distinct as like fingerprints on like a person. That's distinct to that.
You have just one in the middle of your forehead.
Well, I mean, tieflings are very similar too. They have so many distinct types of horns. Some of them swoop from they come out of their forehead and swoop back. Which is the guy that was sitting in the bar. His horns came out of his forehead and then swooped back.
He went.
He went like this.
He's like a greaser kind of.
You know that it sucks because every time he like tries to like walk out of a building, he's like, oh, gets caught on the lintel of the door.
Mine with my hair being all like, you just barely see them, just kind of peek out.
Okay, all right.
I like it. You know anything about invisible spirits in town?
The music was. Do that again. Do that again. The invisible spirits.
We are looking for some like nature spirits that are supposed to be around. I got a lantern with which to find them.
I have not heard of any, but I can. You need some help? I can help.
Help accepted.
Like, she has no stats to roll for that either. She'd have no fucking clue.
Maybe she
I
can use her.
inspire
But does she
you
have bardic
guys.
knowledge, or is that second level?
That at first level she doesn't have it. If it's a thing still for Bard, it must be later on.
I think you get it at one point. You could just basically start like going through songs that you
gotta have
recall,
bardic knowledge.
and then you're like, oh yeah, I remember a story. Let me sing it for you.
That's my thing. Well, I never think about Bard, so you just know things for no reason.
I like that. I like it.
Toss a coin for you, Witcher.
Honestly, all I
Love
can
that
think
guy.
of was Tenacious D and the Pick of
Yeah.
Destiny.
Oh god,
Yeah.
right? Just
Tenacious
sing
D
everything.
Is great.
That
That's
guy
perfect,
was
yeah.
definitely a Bard.
Longest. I mean, that's what I'm gonna do every time now.
All right, so it's getting late, though you can't really tell because
It's
it's
been-
Icewindale
It's right.
under constant winter.
Yes.
But you can tell it's slightly darker outside. It doesn't have that like.
Several shades darker than it was before.
It's getting to be nighttime now. You can tell it's clearly getting darker now. 'Cause again,
dark.
So when I described to them and I'll read it to you when I find it. I'll read it to you. But basically, the sun never really gets above just the horizon. It kind of sits in the horizon and then it kind of dances around the edge of the horizon and then goes down.
It goes.
Yeah, it doesn't show much. So
Eternal twilight.
yeah, I can read that section to you because you're being introduced essentially.
We're in the twilight zone.
All right, so Icewindale has been trapped in perpetual winter. Ferocious blizzards make the mountain pass through the spine of the world exceedingly treacherous. This land has not felt the warmth of the sun in over 2 years. In fact, the sun no longer appears above the mountains, not even in what should be the height of the summer. In this frozen tundra, darkness and bitter cold reign as king and queen. Most Dale residents blame Oral the Frost Maiden, the goddess of winter's wrath. The shimmering aurora that weaves across the sky each night is said to be her doing, a potent spell that keeps the sun at bay. Dale folk live in a scattering of settlements known as the 10 Towns, a drop-off in caravans coming from the south and travel between the settlements in this never-ending winter has left everyone feeling isolated. Although each town has resolved to appease the Frost Maiden with sacrifices of one kind or another, no respite from winter's fury seems forthcoming. For adventurers such as yourself, 10 Towns is a place to test one's mettle, and in the spirit of heroes who have come before, leave one's mark on the frigid and blighted land. So that's
Why hasn't, like the Church of Amont like sent a expedition or something.
Listen, man, I'm not going to answer for the church, even though I am the church. I'm not answering.
Sounds
Maybe
about-
they did.
sounds like
Maybe
the
they
church.
did.
Did they all
And
die?
maybe they all died in the spine of the world trying to get here.
Sounds like a church. So
Well, because I mean, like he's literally like the god of the morning and the sun, so you'd think they'd be a little bit irritated
It might be. It might come up later.
by the fact that there's no dawn in this place.
Most things don't travel above.
Oh, yeah, they might not
Luskin.
even know
You
about
get to Luskin
Yeah.
and you just pretty much stop there. Most people don't go
Yeah, they might not
beyond
even know it's a
Luskin.
thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Nobody wants to go where it's even colder.
And nobody even wants to go to Luskin because Luskin's kind of a shithole. It's like, oh yeah, let's go to the crime town.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go
Welcome
get mugged.
Welcome to Crime City, where we can get
I mean,
raped and pillaged and all kinds of
for now.
robberies.
Ah,
I was trying
Oh
to
no,
resist
let's
them.
not stop there. Let's continue up to the coldest place on the planet.
I
it's
keep wanting
10
to call him
towns.
Yuri.
for
I'm like,
no
just
reason.
give it all to Yuri.
A place so remote that the lone drow above the ground decided it was where he should live.
Yeah, the only thing that's really cool up here is like the people that carve the bones of the
Scrimshaw?
The
Yeah.
scrimshaw is like really exquisite up here. So that is something that's sold down south, and then also like any type of whale oil and stuff like that. And blubber, I like saying that word. It's one of my favorite words. Blubber, blubbery.
All right, so
They make makeup out of it,
that's gross.
allegedly, in Waterdeep. They
Supposedly.
definitely do.
So it's getting dark, or darker.
It's
outside.
definitely. You guys can tell, it's definitely getting darker.
Night
out.
is
That-
approaching.
that like twilight kind of like everything's kind of like blue tinge is kind of going away and it's getting like pitch black out.
Probably not a good time to go out searching for this, or is it a good time to go out searching for this?
Good question.
The temperatures do get slightly colder at night.
Only
Slightly.
slightly. Only slightly.
That seems unsafe. We should rest.
We haven't even done anything.
You guys literally just walked from one town to the other. You're like the
Right.
worst adventurers ever.
Yeah.
You
let's
just
not be
met a new
lazy.
adventurer to make you
Let's go out.
team of four.
All right, fine, whatever. Let's go out into the dark, frozen tundra town.
You just caved to peer pressure. Oh man, it's gonna be easy camping.
He is
Of
the
course
human. He
I
is the
could.
most likely to freeze to death.
That or the Southern Elephant Man
Look,
from a jungle.
look. All I'm saying is that if I'm 400 pounds, I'm not going to be as cold.
You just got you're just really big boned.
Massive
You're really
bones.
big boned, and you've got a lot of guts because you're alien and you get extra guts for no reason.
Additional organs, just stuff
Additional
floating around in
organs.
there.
14 spleens. That's what's making up all your weight. Each one freezes, you get an exhaustion pain.
God. One of my spleens is gone. All right. So,
Little does he know I had all those useless organs removed.
Oh yeah, just so you guys know, for exhaustion, because exhaustion is a big thing, especially with all the freezing weather. Exhaustion is got 6 levels. Each level does something significantly. It gets worse and worse and worse. If you have 6 levels of exhaustion, your character is just fucking dead.
Cool.
That's it. It's like and it doesn't matter if you've got 1,000 hit points and you're a level 20 character and you're like awesome. You hit exhaustion 6, you die.
well, I'm done.
Yeah. Not that 5 is great either, because that your speed is reduced to 0.
So
So
you can't move.
You can't.
we're going out into the frozen tundra land
They
in
have
the middle
to
of the
drag you around.
Yep.
We've got the lantern of seeking. It's actually the lantern of tracking. I apologize.
You have the lantern of tracking. So he takes out this lantern, which you're kind of amazed by a little bit, because it's interesting, and because there's a green flame that every so often flickers. Like it goes from a regular flame and then it flickers to green, and it bathes the whole area in green, and then it goes back to regular.
That means that the spirit is nearby.
Let's go get it.
It's kind of cool. We just kind of do this every time.
What are we gonna
It's
catch? Are we
green.
get like a jar to catch it?
I'll take it.
You gonna breathe it in or suck it out?
But maybe I'll snort.
Snorts
Yeah,
it.
maybe I'll snort it.
All the spirits line up. They're like, me next.
out into the Cold, dark death.
All right, y'all. So you head out into the wintry chill, and you as soon as you step outside, it's like just complete, like you're just freezing cold.
My poor little
If that's
Um,
it, then anyone that knows string instruments means it
I
gets
need
them
you
too.
all to
Immediately.
succeed on a Constitution saving throw for stepping out.
Start out into the tundra.
Wait, is there a
Your Constitution modifier?
constitution? Okay, so 14.
All right, good. You're good. It's cold.
20.
No, you're just like whatever.
That's
Right.
20.
You're also
Nat 20.
you're also.
17.
Oh, so that means
All right,
my
never
instrument didn't go
It's
out.
really cold, but none of you go. I want to go back inside.
Well, get ready to whip on some combat attacks after that,
Right.
guys.
All those good rolls.
Mm-hmm.
First thing I Eldritch Blast, got a nat 1 and kill some poor passerby.
So the wind is
You're gonna
picking up
continue
quite a
with
bit
this every
at
time
this
it
point,
turns green.
and now it's definitely, you can tell it's definitely snowing at this point, and the wind is just going sideways. It's pretty extreme winds right now.
It's snowing sideways.
Yeah.
All right.
So right now, while you guys are in this weather, all of your perception checks are going to be at disadvantage. Disadvantage in this game means you roll 2d20
Take the
Take
and
the lower.
pick the lowest. So if I make
Fun.
you make a perception check, I say make a perception check with disadvantage. You roll 2d20. I rolled an 11 and a 5. I have to take a 5.
What about our passive perception?
Passive perception won't apply. It's just gonna. I'll just basically ask you what your passive perception is, and I'll probably have it. You just say like it's half that. Let's see. So at this point, the wind is howling. So basically, you have your hearing is limited to about 100 feet. Any ranged attack rolls are going to be at disadvantage too, because this wind is crazy hard.
Cool.
And don't try and fly, in case
Oh.
you know how to.
In
Yeah,
case
don't,
you can.
don't worry, I don't know how to do that.
I need like 10 more levels so I can fly.
So you can see it. You can see clearly about 30 feet ahead of you. After that, it's just like almost a whiteout. And then also because it's super black and dark and all that good stuff. If you have dark vision, you still can only see 30 feet out. If you don't have dark vision, you can't see shit right now.
Cool. Can we go back inside now?
But you have a magic lantern, which allows you to see up to 30 feet.
Okay, cool.
So there is that.
There is that. All right, so right now it is flickering between a green, and then it goes out to regular, and then it flickers to green. But you're just standing in the middle of the road.
Fumbling the lantern.
I have
Fumbling.
no idea how that even happened. I just dropped it.
Well, you dropped a bunch of lead before, too.
You know what? It was One Piece. Which
Yeah.
was-
You just broke the pencil. It's okay.
So it flickers green again. That's perfect. Perfection. Good job.
All right, so I guess we're going the right way.
Well, you're just standing in the middle of the fucking road. And it's just like green.
Green. Let's take a few steps forward.
All right, it stays green.
This is working, guys.
You all just watch him as he stumbles forward.
Rabbits.
The wind is blowing him so hard that he looks like he has a cloak on, which he doesn't.
Just through the snow.
For anyone who would like to make a nature check, you're allowed to at this point.
Don't have it.
I also don't have nature.
Are you
How do you not have nature?
I didn't take nature.
You're a druid. Worst druid ever. Look at this guy.
It's your shit. Change something. You have to have nature.
I took medicine.
No,
Medicine.
you erase that. Put nature. You don't need medicine.
Hold on. I don't even know if that was a choice.
Bro, nature was definitely a choice.
Nature
As a
is definitely a
druid.
choice.
Let's see. What was our choices here?
That's like being like it's a rogue. And I don't think thievery is a choice.
Yeah, it's like thievery is. Yeah, it's like
I don't
taking
think-
stealth
Yeah, it's
as a
between-
ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I took medicine and survival because we were in the cold.
Yeah, fuck that medicine shit.
You don't need medicine. I'll
Somebody
let you get rid of that medicine that you don't need. Somebody else will take that. Hopefully, the fighter person.
You know what it was? Is that nature?
Fightery lady.
The nature was an intelligence check rather than a wisdom.
Oh, and you were like, I don't want to do that.
You want me to really change it?
Somebody has to have
Listen,
nature.
you don't
It's
have
such
to.
an
You
important
can
role.
keep it in medicine. You just when you go to pick
You're
out
just
new
the worst
animals, when you
druid
go
ever.
to look out and find out what they are, you're just gonna make really terrible. You're like, I think it's an antelope. Everyone's gonna be like, dude, that's a deer. I'm
only-
turn into an antelope.
I'm only going to gain a +1 to the roll.
That's okay.
Yeah,
At
but
least you can roll it.
You can't
Yeah.
roll it untrained.
Uh,
Nature
someone
has
has
to
to
be
be
trained in it.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's like
trained
a
in
T-Rex, and he's like, guys,
So,
I can tell you right now, it's
But
not
since
a
you're not,
wolf.
if you want to keep it medicine, that's fine. You can
It's-
also make
it's-
survival checks if you
What's
guys
your
really
mod?
want.
Minus
I
one?
don't have that either.
what's that?
Your in mod's 1, right?
1, yeah. It's
You
one.
add your proficiency bonus to it.
Oh, okay, so it'll be +3.
Yeah.
See,
It's not,
It's
too
not
bad.
quite as bad.
That's
way
pretty
better.
Like,
Alright.
my highest skill check is 5.
Well, that's not going to help, boys and girls.
4.
It's a 7 in nature.
Huh? So he's like looking around. That's some strange weather. That's all he gets.
Pretty windy out here, guys.
Should have made a
No,
medicine
what
check.
did she say? Girls?
I should've
She's
rolled
If
a-
like,
you had
there's
rolled a medicine
Oh my
check,
god.
30
30%
chance it's already right.
I should have rolled a survival check.
Anybody else have
Oh, my
survival
God.
besides him who doesn't know what type of weather you're in?
She has a 5th sense.
I'm not trained in it, no.
You can train. You can make survival checks on train.
Yeah, anybody can make a survival check.
Not you.
Not me, except for me.
Not in this instance.
17.
Oh, that's good.
Wait, so it's whatever you get on the die.
Plus
So
your
he
wisdom
says
bonus.
this is strange weather, and you say, "Well, my scholarly instinct tells me this is probably a blizzard."
Right.
14.
Definitely a blizzard, my guy.
And you're like, "Yeah, I think it's a blizzard too." She just agrees with you.
I got a nat 1, so I
You're
was
like,
just like,
Girl, for me,
I'm
girl.
used to this weather. This is normal.
She's like, "Wet weather."
That's
What's
what
wrong
I'm saying.
with you
She's
guys?
like the girl from Mean Girls. She's like, it's like a 30% chance it's already raining.
Yeah, I'm
There's
I'm
like a
from here.
40% chance the sun's gonna come out in like 5 minutes.
I'm from here. This is fine. This is normal.
This is she's got icicles coming off of her face. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, but you guys can continue on.
Proceeding.
Proceed. All right,
So
good.
long as the lantern is green.
All right. After a while, you guys basically you trudge on. It's green in and out, but for the most part, you're kind of following a basic trail. At one point, it just goes completely out. It goes back to regular, no more green,
Yes.
and you guys can all make Constitution saving throws again.
Well, that was worse.
I
That is
had,
way worse.
Wait, what is it? It's
21.
13.
13.
Okay, so you all seem to be fine, but it seems like your little human companion is a little worse for wear. He's shivering uncontrollably, trying to hold the lamp. It's shaking. At this point, you have
You got more than a 13. but-
disadvantage on all your ability checks. You have one level of exhaustion.
Uh-oh. Well, the light just went out, so I feel like we should turn back anyway.
Can we go back inside now, please?
So here's the thing: you're in a blizzard. You have to make survival checks to find your way back.
This is great. We're all gonna die.
If you die in town, it's really sad.
Because you could just break into somebody's house like
You're like, I know which way it is. It's this way. Follow these tracks.
It's like the
You don't
episode
know.
of Bob's Burgers where they get
You're
like,
still in town.
blind
There's
out.
still houses nearby. If need be, you could knock on someone's door. If they open it, you don't know. 18 doesn't do it.
I'm fine getting more than 18, so.
She's actually now eating icicles on her whiskers.
Oh man, now I want to get whiskers now.
Is there any buildings nearby?
Oh, there's a couple houses and stuff like that.
I'm banging on somebody's door.
You're not rolling for survival?
Man, I'm not about to roll higher than 18. Nat 20.
There you go.
You're like, I totally remember my way back. I am not fucking staying out here.
22.
So what'd you get?
It's a 22 total.
Can't follow a lamp, but I can make my way through a blizzard.
The lamp went out. It's not our fault.
I feel so stupid now. I'm not gonna roll higher than 18.
That's one.
That's the way to do it.
Natural Kraken.
I hope to get that saved dice. I really like those.
They have a wide selection.
I need to look just because they come with multiple of those.
Yep, 4d6, 2d20s, and then all these in every set.
Can I see one again?
Need that. This is the one you
Can I
really
just-
need.
That
So-
D2 boy.
Is this Cthulhu? Because I feel like this could pass.
Well, right, yeah. That's the little Kraken. So totally
You know,
multiple.
someone tried making a kawaii, like, plushy version of Cthulhu, and it looks literally like the most
Like, sounds like Satan.
abomination, but, like, worse. Like, look
Like
up, like, Cthulhu plushie, and it's, like, an abomination.
Their normal D2s aren't like this thick, but with the layered dice, they have to be thicker, so they've got all colors in there.
Look at the color.
I really like that dice set.
Good old rainbow. They actually have two rainbow sets. They have this one, which is like the kind of see-through with the sparkles, and they have another one that's just like solid.
Yeah.
Like the bands aren't clear.
Yeah.
I really like it. I really need that set.
They're pretty fun. I mean, I got these for my Paladin of Shellen. Who I don't play anymore.
Surprise!
Random motif is still going to work. All of my warlocky spells are going to be weird, multicolored monstrosities.
Freaking warlocks.
Everybody asks, totally a wizard.
I'm ready to be level 10 so I can turn into a ice elemental.
You know what my next saying is next time I'm playing the Dumpier? Vampires suck your blood for vitamin D because they can't go out into the sun themselves. You ever think about that? No, you only think about yourself. That's amazing. I fucking love that.
You selfish prick.
No, you only think about yourself. Oh! There's pictures of Bernie Sanders at the inauguration, just like
Oh,
sitting
I
in a chair,
know.
bundled the
It's
fuck up.
Hilarious.
It's like all alone.
Oh,
I
it
saw a
says
meme
steal
that was
his
like,
look.
So many
This guy is
memes of
the
it.
picture of I don't fuck with people like that.
Like they're like he's just like I got things to do.
my favorite one so far. It says this could have been an email.
Yeah.
That's a funny one.
Have you seen the ones for like New York though? They like they Photoshop him in
It's
like a
like
subway
$99.
and like
Is he
feeding
really?
the birds.
I don't think
He's
he's
like
that
I'd rather
old. He's
be
old.
feeding the
I
birds.
mean, he looks good.
So you
Pretty sure I
got
saw him at a
what?
bar
You
a
got a
couple
20,
weeks ago.
natural 20, but what'd you get?
Aw.
22.
Little old guy. Looked just
So
like,
you're able
what?
to kind of like look around and you see the docks, and you're like, oh, if I just walk over to the docks and then walk
And
backwards
orient
this way,
myself. Yeah.
you find out where you're at.
Cool.
Your companions were of no help to you. You
I,
feel like you're freezing
I-
to death.
let's just go this way, guys.
Guess we're following Nelson. Nolan. Wait, what was it? Nelson?
Nelson. Yeah, no, you got it right.
Nelson?
You got it right.
I knew it was one of those.
Nelson.
Noble
Nelson Hargraves.
Nerval.
I remember it was a very
Nerval.
human name.
Right.
So you guys basically open the door. You're hit with a wave of heat and warmth and stale beer and sweet spilled mead and sweaty man. Door closes behind you because the wife comes over. She's like, "Close the door! Close the door! You let down all the heat. We already made our sacrifice this week." I'm joking. She doesn't say that at all. You're next.
Sleep in a special bedroom.
Yeah, so we get you. You guys basically get inside. It takes you. I'm not sure how long exhaustion lasts for. I have to look that up, but I think it takes like an hour essentially to regain it, or it might take a whole long rest to get. I think it's a long rest.
taking a long rest.
I think it's a long rest for you to lose a level in exhaustion. That's what makes exhaustion really dangerous, because if you guys get multiple levels, and then you're stuck out somewhere, you need long rest, and you're like, I need to rest. Otherwise, it just gets worse.
Right, otherwise I'll just die.
So
It's fine. Then you can be a cool creature like
That's
us.
fine.
then you're like,
anyway.
next character, I'm playing a Goliath
Right.
who plays a harmonica. Yeah, you guys head up to your room. It's just a common room. There's not much to it. It's got a couple beds that are just kind of made out of a carved. They're just like just timbers and stuff like that, all stuck together.
Cool.
Like a pile of hay in the corner with some additional like linens on it and stuff like that, just for extra guests.
For that
Extra
one.
guess. I immediately was
Pile
like,
of
this
hay.
Sanger could have that hay.
Monster person.
You know, elephant.
You can't sit on the bed without breaking.
Yeah, this is valid. Very valid.
You guys can all snuggle up together in the bed. He's
Wait,
gonna
wait,
do
wait. Does the bed have like a frame?
Yeah, it has a frame.
It's a post.
It's not like a box. It's not like a box spring or anything like that. It's basically just a mattress, like a fabric mattress filled with hay and some wool left over and stuff like that, and it's just kind of on top of a frame, which is made out
Basically like my bed.
of lumber.
Okay.
Except instead of
Rough
steel, it's
lumber.
lumber.
There's no squish. There's no spring to it.
Well, no, I was just asking, like, is there like?
Does it have wooden posts?
frame?
Yeah, there's posts. There's 4 posts, and it's instead of so it doesn't have any type of spring system. It's just planks across the bottom. It's super comfortable.
Bless you.
Bless you
Sleeping
again.
on a cloud
One more.
made of nails.
It'd be funnier if you sneezed and meowed after every sneeze.
Hmm.
Or meow wild.
Normally I do more of a,
Yeah.
it just varies on the day. My raspiness is kicking my butt because of all the allergies I've been having.
Allegedly.
I don't know. That's what the doctor said. So whatever, it's her
I'm
fault.
joking.
Don't worry, I had a COVID test.
Whatever.
I'll get another one next week.
No one believes they're even accurate. Or
Who fucking
or
knows?
that it's a real disease and it doesn't matter.
Going to sleep.
Who knows?
I just realized that the things on that octopus, I thought they were like scientific identifiers, but this is like Scranton Strangler. You suck.
That's
Suction
amazing.
cups. Suck.
I thought
they were like
stretching, and he
actual,
was
like-
just like,
Yeah, it
no.
definitely looks like it's trying to be like anatomically correct.
But
it's totally not.
Charlotte's
I
Web.
really like this
Charlotte.
one here. It reminds me of BioShock.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
We have a lot of
I mean, that looks like something from Alice in Wonderland.
Every time I
That-
see it, I
that
just
is.
think of Joust.
that is actually from Alice.
That's
We have
It
a lot
does
of
look like
like
Joust. It's definitely Joust. It's
Well,
like-
Joust was
we
like
have some.
ostriches.
We have a lot of octopuses and some
Ostriches don't fly, and they can
clockwork and
fly.
some
Yeah.
stuff.
So
So we have a collection of things that are important to us.
okay, like I'm a huge like.
This is
What was
O'Malley,
the
yeah.
third part?
Right here.
BDSM.
Do you?
Yeah, stuff that's important to us.
Where?
Mhm.
I want to see this selection.
Negative, but Dom does not tell.
Oh, come on. We can share our stories together. D to D.
I know.
Not dick to dick, but.
Capital D to capital D. No, I totally understand.
I mean, as somebody else that made me in the lifestyle, I'm sure it's very apparent in moments.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very obvious.
yeah.
No worries. Not judging, obviously. Yeah, so you guys are
I like that you turned it into a drum now.
Well, one of my other things is bongos, so I've just flipped it over. And I'm
Bongos
just-
and a ukulele.
and the triangle.
Oh.
Exactly.
She'll let us know when dinner's ready.
And now I remember the last one. I couldn't remember the last one. Kazoo.
zoo. That's not gonna be.
we literally got the worst part.
I think we got the best part ever. Because you whip out that kazoo this time of jam.
That's our battle cry.
All right, yeah, let's go. That means fight.
All right, so
Kazoo sound like death.
you guys sleep soundly through the night, no problems.
Yeah.
At one point, you do wake up because there's a green flicker,
Fuck.
and it's like pretty bright, and you're like, "What? What?" And you see it, and it's like, as soon as you look down at it, you see it's green, and then it goes right back to regular light.
I don't even really know what we're supposed to be doing. Are we supposed to be finding it? What are we
You
supposed
don't
to do?
like. I'm still asleep, eyes closed, but just like.
Green.
So the next morning, you guys the next twilight, you wake up.
Brighter shade.
You guys, this is after you've come downstairs. You had some. They had basically like a stew, a fish stew. Everything's fish stew and bread.
Yay, fish.
You guys ate that.
So gross,
You got you had some tea in the morning. Some of you might have had mead. Who knows? And then you're ready to go, and you refill the lamp up with some more oil, and it's lit again. And it doesn't go out if it's got oil in it. There's no amount of wind will blow it out.
It just changes colors.
It just
right?
changes colors.
Okay, cool.
But if it runs out of fuel, it definitely goes out.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
So refuel.
Refueled, and you get about 8
Absolutely.
hours of burn on one pint of oil.
Oh,
Now,
nice.
oil could get expensive, but right now she gave you a couple like little flasks of it to use. So.
Good.
Yes, you guys step outside and you start. Now you're walking around the town. You see people the fishermen are already dragging their boats across the ice. They're already out there before you guys even leave the inn. You only rented the room for the one night, but they said if the proprietor said if you want to come back in the afternoon and leave another night, he's got plenty of free rooms.
Cool.
Sweet.
And you guys have most of your gear on you. You don't have to leave any gear where you're at. And you guys don't have a lot because you're poor people.
Right. Yeah. I don't
I was gonna say there's not much to carry.
Nope.
And if they need extra carrying, I mean, you literally have a pack elephant to carry shit for you.
Our new bag of holding.
Thanks, Pack Elephant.
You guys come across. You get basically to the edge of town. You had a couple little spots of green, and then at one point you come across this looks like an old dwarf kind of sitting there on one of the docks, like leaning on a barrel. He is just sitting there drinking some sort of bottle of something. It looks like a carved out horn
Wow.
that he's drinking from, and it's got like a cap on it, and he's just drinking away. He looks completely out of it. He doesn't notice your approach, and you can see that he has in front of him like a fishing pole with a line that goes down straight into the ice.
Yeah.
There's no carving. There's no hole in the ice. It's just line into ice.
God.
It's just
Been fishing here for 5 years.
And he's just sitting there, and he seems to be also whittling away at some sort of scrimshaw as well.
A what?
Scrimshaw, so he's whittling away a carving on some sort of fish bone.
Okay.
Normally, scrimshaw would be done on whalebone, but in this case, they actually carve the knucklehead trout. Their forehead is a big piece of bone, and they can actually make the carvings out of that.
I don't know
What do
why.
they normally carve?
Sometimes some of them are exquisite designs of flowers or like creatures or
Oh.
faces, totems,
Okay,
all kinds of
cool.
different things.
Always been fascinated with swimming.
His
Oh.
just looks like,
That's really neat.
he looks like he's
Is that
carving.
real? Like, do people really
Yeah,
do
it's
that
a
in real life?
Yeah, it's a real thing. Yeah,
Oh shit. Okay. Cool. Cool.
he is carving. It looks like some sort of like geometric shape.
Okay.
Into this piece.
I don't know why, but when you were explaining him fishing, all I could think of is the movie Romeo and Juliet, of the one gnome every so often goes like, "I got it," and no one cares. So he just puts the fish back into the water because it's
Hey guys, I kind of. Oh.
because it's always attached.
So he's attached. Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, to a degree, maybe.
Poor guy.
But this guy is, yeah.
Not Captain.
Well, he's obviously got some interesting stuff in his brain if he's carving geometric shapes. We should befriend him.
Hail, friend.
Who is it? Who is it? Who's there? As he looks up, you guys can see his eyes are completely milked over. He's blind.
Oh,
Fucking
he's
bad.
super blind. Okay.
Old dwarf, really like
Oh,
old,
boy.
kind of gnarly skin. He's got an old white beard that's all braided, actually pretty exquisitely braided, and then he's got scrimshaw, almost like little clips at the end of the beard. So there's like this big, cool like braid in the middle, and then two smaller braids in the side, and
Okay.
then there's a clip on each one, and it's all scrimshaw with that same kind of like geometric patterns.
Oh.
So he has a handle of an axe at his side. It's like just like a fisherman's axe, sort of like cutting and breaking into the ice. And he's wearing like these thick matted furs of some sort of, you're thinking maybe an elk or something like that. That's like it's long overdue to be changed.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of a smell coming from him that smells kind of like rotting fish and sour beer.
So he just smells like a fisherman.
He's a lovely fellow.
Yeah. What's going on?
We are seeking.
Perception checks.
Oh. Wait, are we still taking disadvantage or no?
No disadvantage. No more blizzard.
Doesn't fucking matter.
No more blizzard.
7 anyway.
I rolled a 6.
Perception. I got 9.
Then
17. None of them notice. They're like, okay, this is the guy sitting here carving his scrimshaw. You notice that the tool he's using to carve is not a knife. He's using like a dulled spoon, and it's really having some difficulty getting. Like you can see, he's like really trying, but it's not the right tool. None of them knows that at all. He's clearly been working on it though a long time. So, who is that? Who's there?
My name is Nelson
Who? Nelson? Nelson who?
Hargraves.
I don't know who that is. Go away. Time to come here.
Well, we are following this lantern. You know anything about this?
I can't see anything, you moron.
you sound like someone has to talk to the
What do you want to know? I'll tell you anything for a knife.
I was about to say.
I have a dagger.
I'll take it. I'll give you all the information you need for this town. Give me your dagger.
How much information can you tell us from
Ha! Idiot.
I'd say how much
This is
information
my favorite old man.
How much information can he tell us for?
Nelson, I thought you were supposed to be the smart one here.
I only have a 14 intelligence. Am I the smartest one?
My intelligence is 11. Hers is 13.
Mine's 13.
I guess we're fucked then. I don't know weakness. If he's lived here his whole life, he knows something that we don't know about the town.
What do you want to know?
Blind or not. Do you know anything? Have you heard anything about nature spirits in the town? They're invisible. Sometimes they bring warmth.
Wow.
What were they called? I never remember what they were called. It's fucking moron.
I don't have my notes.
I don't think she
so.
told us what they were called.
I feel like she definitely did.
He does recall not seeing, but here.
He does immediately call him on that. No, you didn't.
He
He lost, my kind sir.
He does recall that some of the other older fisher folk that he sits out here, because you can see there's other barrels set up, like there's maybe a group of old fisher guys that sit out here and just chill and talk stories and bullshit. He says his 2 other friends were talking the other day about seeing a tiny figure riding a fox through the town, and he didn't believe it. He just thinks it's funny that you mentioned it.
Man on the herd.
He was real, damn it.
Say, well, what else do you want to know?
Do we need to know anything else? Did they say whereabouts in town they saw little man on a fox?
Yes. He says there is a woman named Elva who owns a cottage on the other side of town near the wall. She would be on the kind of the northwestern corner of town near the water. And apparently this is where this thing was spotted at.
Okay.
And Elva has been grumbling about spirits messing with her cottage.
Thank you, Mr. What were your names?
I didn't give you my name, you fool.
Have a nice day.
It's Barden.
Okay, Barden. Well, Barden.
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 Like pardon, but Barden.
Barden.
Don't say it stupidly. Say it Barden.
Oh my God. We appreciate the information, Barden. And
That's more appropriate.
And good luck with your fishing.
good luck with your fishing there.
passive aggressive.
I'm not fishing. I'm blind, you idiot. He goes back to do carving with now his new dagger.
Oh, because fishing is ridiculous. I'm leaving. Fuck one.
Someone stole
More
my last
so,
knife. This is
you
what I
gave
need.
a blind man a knife.
It was nice of you to give him a dagger. I mean, it's not really a carving knife, but it's better
Don't
than
cut
a-
yourself.
I don't think any
Barton.
of us have a carving knife to give him.
Right, I don't carry carbon.
So-
Yeah, he just
I-
says that his last carving knife was stolen.
Anything is
Myself.
better than a spoon.
As they all start to walk away, I just go, I hope the dagger helps.
Who was that?
He falls over on the ice.
Oral, the prospect. The voice whispers into me. He goes back.
I was like, just in case it's what she wants, like.
Oh my god.
It's just like,
I'm gonna start doing slam poetry next.
There's a guy in the French Quarter that literally just like as people walk by, he's like, "Let me write you a poem." He writes a poem for every person that passed by. And he charges them.
Are
Like
they
$20.
good poems?
He charged him like-
I'll tell you what, if he has a good poem, I'll probably give him 20
You wanna
bucks.
write
I'll be
me-
like, all right.
He wanted to write me a poem, and I'm like, "No, I'm good." He's like, "You sure it's free?" I'm like, "It's not free."
No, I've just kind of been doing interpretive drumming. So anytime something I felt was going to get intense, I was like,
So you guys make your way across town to
to
Elvis
Cottage.
Okay.
so we traveling?
Elvira.
To Elvis Cottage.
All right. When you approach a small cottage on the edge of town, you spot a bundled up figure stomping out of a snow-covered cottage. And she's like sweeping, and like the whole cottage is just covered in like snow. And she's trying to sweep snow out of the actual like cottage, like it got into the cottage, and she's sweeping it out. She's like, enough of this. I am so tired. I'm tired of these spirits messing with me. And she's just sweeping out snow.
Hail, friend.
Yes. As upon seeing you, she starts yelling at the wind and warning you to watch out for curses that it brings upon you. Just careful. Don't be cursed by the wind. These spirits.
We're here to talk to you about the spirits.
Okay. So you guys, she's like, she offers to come in, but she just advises you that most likely you're going to have something stolen from you. More than likely, your shoes are going to get tied together. And like, she just goes on this list of like these trickster kind of like, all your windows are going to be left open in the middle of the night. Your fire is going to go out. She's like, just so you know, that's what you get when you come into my house.
Frights.
Can we roll a check to maybe try to see why spirits would be doing something like this to her?
Yeah, sure.
Perception check.
Well, I imagine it would be like a nature or like somehow.
Yeah, we can make a nature check if anyone is trained in
I
that.
would say I only have like history and investigation. I don't think that really helps here.
18 for nature.
You can make an investigation check. 18, yeah, I mean, it could be like sprites, but it could just as easily be these Chawanga things. Chwangas.
Chwangas, those are the fucking things. we're looking for.
Chimichangas?
It's the wedgies.
Chimichangas.
The motherfucking wedgies.
The wedgies! I bet they're really cute though. They sounded really cute.
The Chwangas or the wedgies?
The wedgies.
Chwangas.
They were delicious.
Okay, Yuri. Would you like some vodka with that?
All I eat is fucking raw meat.
Yeah, so according to her, trickster spirits have been opening her windows, sending horrible chills through her home, knocking over her cups and plates, and some of her cutlery has even gone missing.
Oh, hey, just like that old man's carving knife.
Right?
All he said was it was stolen, but who would
And
steal a
what'd you get
carving
in the
knife from an old man?
investigation check?
12.
12. Ooh, that'll actually do it. While inspecting the area and investigating what she's talking about, you find little tiny tracks walking off of her windsill in the snow, like little tiny footprints, like walking off.
The berries.
Let's follow them. I feel
Yeah.
like fucking
It's legit as fuck. Let's do this.
Aragorn right now. Two hobbits lay here.
You should probably
So looking at, so you point out the tracks. Anyone who is anyone can make a survival check on the track.
Let's try to follow these tracks, guys. Everybody
Got a
roll survival.
20.
God damn.
Oh, 20, yeah.
21.
So
I also got a 21.
So with the 21s, you guys determine that you can discern 3 individual sets of tiny footprints.
Oh wow.
Should you fire up the lantern and see if it turns green?
I mean, I've been carrying it this whole time.
Yeah, but you weren't looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was down on your side. You just like, oh, that is green.
Okay.
Amazing.
So we found some tiny tracks, 3 different sets of tiny tracks.
Y'all can make, well, whoever's going to track is going to have to make a perception check.
Who wants to track? Who's got the best perception bonus?
Perception over 3.
Perception?
I'm not proficient, so I just have 2.
I have +5 on perception.
He's gonna track. Or
Uh,
maybe he's
13. My passive perception is better than that.
Don't worry. Yeah, it's you. It's totally you. I'm worthless. I got
She
it that
starts
one.
licking her paws.
I rolled in that one.
I got a
Hi, I'm
16.
Groon. And she's like,
You
hi.
got 16, you got, who got
That's higher than me.
16? Yeah, 16 will do it. So you're following
the
the
wind picking up
tracks,
again?
and
It's always
you come up
Okay.
to a small. You basically go outside of the walls, and you're kind of like into the wilderness a little bit on the
Uh-huh.
outside of town, and you come across a small cusp of trees. We'll say like conifers, just like in a group.
Uh-huh.
And at this point, you can pick up the sounds of movement. The wind has died down because of the trees. It kind of blocks it, mutes everything because of the snow, and you can hear like the crunching of like little tiny crunches of snow, like a small animal hopping around on snow.
Hail creatures, we've come to parlay.
You're the worst.
I was
You
gonna
just
just
like
try to
this
entangle.
totally Jack move there, by the way. You just throw a fucking fireball in there while you're at it.
I was just gonna cast a tangle on him from
Fire. That would have been funny.
Die!
Die!
All right. Well, you can't see in there, but yeah, you do say hail, and then the crunching stops for like a second, and then it goes back to like crunching, like just crunching snow. Something small walking around.
We can't see it.
You'd have to move into the cusp of trees.
Let's get into the cusp of trees.
You have to move some branches away and kind of climb underneath. You know how like the
I'm a cat.
natural divot
I'm a cat, it's
underneath
fine.
the tree where the snow doesn't really protrude, so it's like a natural like hole in there, and you see like this almost cleared area under a very large tree.
I crawl.
You come across 3. Let's see how big these fuckers are. I don't think they're very big though.
Are these what we're looking for, or are we about to get like killed by
Oh, you're gonna get
red?
killed by rust monsters.
I take the rust monster.
That was his idea, right? Yeah, fuck that
That's
guy.
not my idea.
There is. You guys are gonna be fighting a rust monster in the next
That was him.
fight.
Oh.
He's the
It's not my idea. I didn't write
Fuck
the
that
game.
Well, you shoulda.
If I wrote it, that wouldn't have been a rust monster.
It would have been 8-headed Hydra instead.
You could have beat that.
Small. Oh, they're fucking
You like
super
level 2.
small.
You're fine.
There's
You're
45 of them in there.
What are they, like tiny?
Yeah, they're tiny. They resemble 6-inch tall animated dolls with
That's terrifying.
Actually.
mask-like faces,
They look kind of cute.
spindly limbs, and wild hair. Yeah, they are kind of
I
adorable.
think they're kind of cute. Look at that one. He made a little snowman.
Wait,
The
there's a
adorable
Kind of
little
like what they
motherfucker.
look like.
Yeah, but imagine 48 of them.
Wait,
Wait,
how-
there's 48?
No, there's 3.
Oh, I was like,
There's 3.
What?
No 48.
There's 3.
There's 3. So, you
Who
see
are
3 of
you?
these.
I heard him say
48.
3 of these
48, so
tiny
I thought
creatures,
he was
6 inches tall.
Okay.
They're in this little clearing. You see a dinner plate with branches and pine cones arrayed on the plate, and placed in between the 3 of them.
Are they playing house?
One of the creatures is sitting at the edge of the plate, while the other 2 are moving a fork and a knife as if to cut food.
They are playing out.
They're playing people. They're pretending to be people and playing.
That's adorable.
When you guys enter the clearing, they look up at you with interest. The one not holding a piece of cutlery starts moving its hands and mimicking eating while looking at the other characters and making welcoming gestures. He's like, it's like welcoming you over to
eat a pie.
dinner. Well, they're not actually eating it; they're pretending to eat it. They're playing.
Sweet Jesus. I'm gonna go pretend to eat these little midget creatures.
So you sit down with them.
Yeah. And I just.
One is completely the one that wasn't like that was sitting on the edge that wasn't like pretending to eat. It's like looks over you and then hops up on your knee and sits down like your knee is a chair and then continues to pretend to eat.
So, what's up, guys?
It's adorable.
So are you pretending to eat with them?
Yeah.
Okay. They all become really excited and they're like cutting stuff and then pretending to hand it to you and having conversation, but they have no faces, so they're like.
I'm just
They're like,
It's like talking to a 1-year-old where they babble and you're like, oh my gosh, really?
I feel like we're in what is it? The one of the Miyazaki films. It's either Spirited Away or the other one.
Oh, the Studio Ghibli?
Yeah, it could be. Wait.
It's or the other one with the girl with the wolves.
Oh yeah,
And they
Princess
have-
Mononoke, and they all have like little mascots.
there we go. Yeah, they look
So-
like the ones from
So
Princess
Danica gave you guys, but she offered you 25 gold to go and basically bring one back to her. I don't know how you want to end up doing that. If you're gonna attempt to capture one,
That
or
just seems rude,
You're
man.
the one that
but they're
chose to eat
super,
with them.
super enamored with you. So I mean, you could just kind of play it by ear and see what happens.
You're the new Judas.
You could be like the Pied
They might
Piper,
follow
lead them
you.
back. Yeah.
Maybe.
You're the new Judas.
How long do you play with them? Because they play, and then at one point, like another one comes in, like a fourth one comes in, and like
Good lord.
is like climbing a tree and jumping off of it and like sliding down. And then
Probably
gets
know
up.
there might actually be 48 of them.
And then 48 come out and turn
I
into a
just imagine
giant one.
48.
They all combine into one super show.
It's like
They go from the Chewanga to the Chewanga.
Chewanga.
It's like a super monster.
So they can't talk, or at least, but that doesn't mean they can't understand speech.
And you know they exchange, like one of them gets up and walks off and then just completely. But the one that's sitting on your knee that's playing was most enamored by you has not left your side. It just continuously. At one point, it climbs up on your shoulder and like sits down and just looks around and doesn't do anything.
You want to come with me, a little weird guy?
Doesn't really say anything.
Yeah, he can't talk.
What if you just slowly got up? And
Yeah, what happens
What if we
if I start to kind of like,
You start to get up. He hops. He or she. It hops down and stands in the stone. It just kind of watches you as you're standing up, and then it's just looking at you.
took it here
gesture for it to follow me?
and
like-
put it over here?
I don't have anything to offer yet.
What if you pretend to make a plate?
So
You're
one of the
wolf.
other ones that had one of the knives comes over and hands it to him. You guys can tell it's a carving knife for scrimshaw.
And there it is.
That's fine. We'll trade
And
that
then
back
this
for your
one
dagger.
just stands there and leans on it like it's a staff and just looks at you like it just nods its head like okay.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go.
So you start walking up and it just follows like it's part of the group.
Awesome.
Yes. Befriended Chewanga by pretending to eat imaginary food.
So unless you guys do anything
It is
else,
pretty
if you
I kind of
just
want to keep it. Do I have to give it to her? What if I just keep it?
You don't have to give it to her, but
it's not like it's yours.
Yeah, but he seems like I don't want to just be like, all right, now, friend, go with her. Bye.
I don't know. Are you lawful good?
I'm chaotic good.
Yeah. So no, it's fine. Just turn him in.
It's my little buddy.
Mhm.
Guess I have to be chaotic neutral. Since I
Yeah,
can't
watch
be
it
evil.
transform.
Because I would have done snatched that little bitch up and ran off with it.
Yeah.
Make him drop
So
a little
step two in your
As you guys are trudging through town, the Chewanga our chewinga at different points. Sometimes it climbs up and just hops on your boot and just rides your boot like it's some sort of like it's
Roller
just,
coaster.
yeah, like a roller coaster, just riding it and just hanging from your boot, and then and other times it hops off and like plays with some like rolls up a piece of snow and makes a small snowman.
It uses the laces as like a little seatbelt.
There's always like something it's just doing, but it never leaves your side. It just continually
I
follows
love
you.
him.
I got me
It
a
sounds
Chewinga
like our
buddy.
Lushie. Sounds like
As
our
you
Lushie.
trudge through town and snow is crunching underneath your feet, you hear the bark of a dog over the whistling of the wind. And a wolf-sized sled dog with gray fur runs towards you, dragging a broken leather harness behind it. It just like runs up to you guys. I'm gonna say that probably goes to you just because of your connection with nature, and then it sees your face and then starts yelping.
Oh, he'll help me. What the fuck is that?
I was gonna say, as cat person that hears dog noises, I automatically go down on all fours and go into like defense mode.
It goes like this. The heckles come up.
Yeah, like I'm ready. Like I'm ready to fight. I got my claws out. I'm like
it
fucking
doesn't seem
prepared.
to be like it's mad. It's more like it's kind of yelping and whining a little bit. So
He's
Well, looks
freaking
like
out. He lost his owner.
Sledder. Yeah, it's carrying a broken sled.
yeah, the
I don't know what the
It's our sled.
noun for that
It can be now.
person who sleds.
But I don't think
it's
the sled's
basically
attached
almost at this
anymore.
point. It's
just
like
the
jumping
dog.
on. It's like jumping on you and whining and like burying its face like in you, and you can tell the animal's clearly distressed.
Not what bad.
Can we make a perception check or a
Say
nature
what-
check on what's
Say,
going
what
on
is
with
it,
this
boy?
thing?
What, little Timmy fell down the well?
Basically.
Pretty much.
It will either be perception or perception or nature. What
Okay,
could you do to...
it's nothing. You know that the tackle, the actual harness that is part of a dog sled, so it's meant to be connected to another, like a team of dogs.
A team, not just the sled
Yeah, it's not
itself.
a single.
It's
It should be with another team of dogs. Like there's other harnesses. It should be part
so
of the
something
team.
bad happened.
Yeah. So it
How is
looks
that
like it's
happening?
probably a
Yeah,
lead
right.
dog because of the way that you can tell. You're like, oh, this is probably a lead dog or something. It's a very large dog.
Okay.
Maybe we should take the harness off of it and see if it
But
takes us somewhere.
it basically, once you're like trying to figure stuff out, it snuzzles. It's kind of nuzzling into you and pushing you, and then at one point it tries to get behind you and pull you like towards something.
Let's go.
Guess we're following the puppy dog.
I'm at the back of the line.
The Chewinga is completely interested and is hopped onto your shoulder. He's like,
Onward, Chewinga, yeah.
The
This
Chewinga's
little
like
guy's
human
the
adventurous.
best.
Yeah, we're gonna have to acquire more of them.
I need them all. I need the set.
so grabbing your character by the bootstrap or tugging the character in the direction it wants you to go. You follow the dog, and it leads you to the front door of a modest dwelling. The dog barks and scratches at the door vigorously until a young, handsome human in his 30s, male, opens the door, and the dog races inside. So you see this handsome guy. He's like, oh, and he starts petting the dog. He's like all happy, and then he looks up and he sees you guys, and he's like, he was smiling at first, and he's like, who are you, and where is my husband?
Your dog ran up and found us a little ways that way in town.
He said, what? Wait, so what?
Yeah, this one singular dog found us back in town and pulled us over here.
He got
Yeah.
got.
Okay, Jesus, I understand that, but where's Garrett? Garrett's with you, correct?
We don't know who that is.
Where was Garrett going today?
All right, come inside. Oh, ushers you inside.
Husband got caught slipping.
He got got.
He got. So he offers you guys each a warm cup of cider and shares the following information with y'all.
Hey.
I will read that now, unless I vomit. It's really sad.
Okay, I'm ready.
Whatever.
We have chocolate. We're
I
fine.
haven't Chewinga, so
He says,
usually is like
Nothing's that.
he says, I was born in 10 towns,
His name is.
but my husband came from a wealthy family in Neverwinter.
Oh.
Garrett didn't
Voice
care for the city life when I met him, and he was working as a guide. He loves the outdoors, and he lives to climb mountains. A few days ago, Garrett was hired by some adventurers to lead them up to the slopes of Kelvin's Cairn. Garrett's plan was to take the adventurers up to Caer Konig, which is one of the 10 towns. Caer Konig is a small town nearby. The town that's at the foot of Kelvin's Cairn. After they acquired some climbing gear from the outfitter there, he was to lead them up to the mountain. Garrett took 6 dogs and a sled with him. Boy, that's the name of the dog, is Boy. Boy here was Garrett's favorite, raised him from a pup. Boy would never leave Garrett's side unless something terrible had happened. So you guys, just some basic questions. You've learned that this gentleman's name is Keegan, and Garrett is his husband.
Okay.
Keegan didn't meet the adventurers that who hired Garrett, so he doesn't know how many there are, even like what race they are. He knows nothing about them at all. At one point, he basically asks you if you'd be willing to go find his missing husband.
I was going to do that.
Yeah. He says he's like, I know it's a lot to ask. He's like, you don't know me, you don't know my husband, but if I could persuade you to go up there and find Garrett and his companions, I don't have money, but the proprietor of Lusting's Arm is a friend of mine, which I know is strange because he doesn't have many friends. I could get you guys free rooms at the inn whenever you come here to stay. He says, I'm also a scrimshander by trade, and I can give you some of my artwork. It's not much, but it's what I can give. Could I anyway convince you all to go?
Which way would he have gone?
He said it, so he would have gone to
Caer Konig first.
Yeah, Caer Konig first, and then that would have from there they would have gone.
Would he have just
Kelvin's.
followed the road? He had a sled dog team. Would he have gone like cross country?
Yeah, they would have gone cross country to get to but there should have been like a base camp at the base of Kelvin's Cairn because there's other people that go up there and explore the area.
Alrighty, well, we'll go find Garrett, or I mean, I will. I can't speak for my companions, but I go look for your husband.
Yeah.
Me and Twigman are on the case.
And Chewinga like looks at the rest of you.
That's Twigman.
He just does this 1, 2.
Twigman.
You could tell it's smiling, but it doesn't have a face.
Yeah, it is definitely those little fucking forest spirit creatures for sure from
The best.
Princess Mononoke.
yeah.
Totally. I can see that.
Let's do it, folks.
Yeah, I'm on my. I will follow.
Maybe we should bring the dog. I think the dog could like lead us back to where
Sniff him out.
Come on, Lassie.
Maybe we shouldn't bring the dog. Maybe I don't know.
He said, so you guys accept the quest?
Oh yeah,
You accepted the quest.
quest accepted.
You have 2 quests right now.
Well, we
You
want
have 2. You're in 2 quests.
There's a much higher likelihood of us getting to fight something. In this
Oh, it sounds
quest.
like me in RuneScape all the time.
Also, I'm still not 100% sure I'm giving Twigman to this lady.
Keegan suggests
accept
that
half
you
the
guys
reward to tell her what
visit
you can find.
Frozen Fair Expeditions in Cairn Konig, which is likely to be the last place anyone had seen Garrett before he went up the mountain. Yeah, if you want to take Boy with you, Keegan doesn't protest.
Let's do it. All right, boy.
Wait, that's the dog's name?
Yeah.
Boy.
Boy.
Boy,
Raised him from he was a pup. Never gave him a name.
not Man Boy, just Boy.
I've had Twigman for 30 seconds, and I gave him a name. So
Don't worry, my friend's had a cat for a few months, and the name is Cat or Kitty.
I mean, my friend had a cat
That was my brother's
until
name
it.
for his cat.
I mean, my friend had a cat until it passed away, and they never named it, so its name was.
sweet Jesus.
When,
My buddy in
when-
high school had a dog, and it took a long time to name it. And when they finally decided to name it, it wouldn't answer to its name because they had been calling it dog for so long. So it technically had a name,
Come here,
but you
boy.
had to say dog or boy to get the dog to come.
So
It's
when Cat died, he got another cat and he named that one Pet.
Pet.
So Cat and then Pet.
Get some original friends around here.
That's my brother. That's how he is.
I mean, one of
Also
my
knew a guy
That's
with
his
a
brother.
kid named Bacon.
when
Unfortunately,
he
we have
was
to
little,
accept him as
his
family.
parents let him name his first pet, and it was a dog, and his name was Lunchbox, and apparently he was the bestest.
I have a friend who also named their dog Lunchbox.
My sister named her first dog
Lunchbox.
Sparkle.
I had
Yeah.
a friend in high school.
The
named
dog
Lunchbox.
was pitch black.
The friend
and
was.
his name
Did he
was
just carry a bunch of food on him, and he was basically a lunchbox?
No,
We
he's
have
like
a
6'5",
cheese-
450 pounds.
The dog was so
Oh,
black that
so
when
he
my
was more than
parents
just a
walked in the
snack,
house
he
with
was
him,
the
I
whole
thought it
ass
was
lunch.
snake. I thought it was a stuffed animal. I couldn't even
Shocker,
see
he
it.
played football.
Of course.
That's crazy. All right, so you guys
Sparkle was a
are.
mean little bitch. She died last year. I wasn't sad.
All right, onward and upward the mountain.
Yes. The
All right.
event. So now, officially, this campaign has become the Adventures of Twigman, as accompanied by 4 adventurers.
So you guys take Twigman back to Brennan to go talk to Danica.
Is that on the way?
I would assume it's not far.
Because I
out of
think
the way.
this, I feel like saving this guy might be a little time sensitive. Like if he's stuck out there
So
in the
You're
wilderness.
so negative about people's fates.
I mean, it might
She's
be
in
time
Bremen.
sensitive.
You're in Targos.
Yeah, we came from Bremen. to
Carconin is all the way the fuck over there. I mean, technically, she didn't give you a time frame. You could keep Twigman with you, and you could, because here's Carconin.
Okay, and where is
Kelvin's Karn is somewhere in this area.
where she is right now?
She's in Bremen, which is like
And we're in
you're in Targos. It's like 3 hours away to Bremen.
Let,
But then you're gonna have to
I
backtrack
have to backtrack.
to Targos and go all the. I mean, you guys are pretty far away.
Yeah, no, fuck that. We're going to save the guy.
Yeah, we're gonna go try to find this guy first. She can wait. Twigman. She can examine Twigman and return.
I mean, she's not like an asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, she never specified the time either.
All right, so you guys have to travel to Carconin first, then go westward towards Kelvin's Karn.
But well, how long ago did he leave? Do we know that? When did he leave?
That would have been in the morning.
So that he only left that day.
That morning. Because if so, he's
Yeah, I'm
not.
sorry, a few days ago.
Oh,
been
it's been a
several
few
days.
It's been at
Okay.
least like, we'll say 3 days.
And so the dog that was leading his pack came back.
Yeah.
No idea how long he was going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He's
sticking
been
to the
gone for a
trails
few
and
days,
roads,
but the dog made it back.
you guys
Yeah,
can.
something's wrong.
If you guys stick to the roads, you can get to Carconin in like a little over a day.
I'm
Okay.
just
And when I say a
concerned-
day, like it's like 14 hours.
I'm just concerned that if he didn't take the roads, what if he's lost, like, somewhere in the wilderness?
I'm sure he took the roads.
It's like 23 miles, basically. It's a 23-mile hike.
All right, well, let's take the road.
Yeah, I'm sure he took the roads.
I mean, you guys can attempt to hire a dog sled or something like that yourselves and go faster.
We don't have any money. We haven't earned any money yet.
We broke pitches.
I have
she gave-
24 GP and 6 silver pieces.
Didn't she
Well,
give you guys like 25?
She gave us.
I don't
that,
know because I don't
25
have my character sheet.
She gave us a 25 gold advance.
Listen, I know.
I
For us
don't.
to,
I actually don't know how much money I
to go find Twigman.
Twigman.
Dog sled with.
No, she didn't pay it. Did she pay it?
She gave us 25 gold advance. It's the only reason why I have money. Because I'd spent
Wait.
all my money hiring her.
Did she pay that as a group? Was it 25 gold for the group or 25 gold for? I mean, it's got to be for the group. 25
Yeah, it
gold
was just a
person is a
lump sum
lot.
25 gold. Yeah, that would have been 100 gold. She didn't have 100 gold.
Yeah, actually, the
That'd be like a billion
dog sled would be
dollars.
really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just hike.
On foot, it's
He
gonna
can be
take
a
you-
dog. He could pull us. He's
Woof,
strong
woof.
enough. Are you strong enough?
Wolf.
Your
He has,
strength-
I have a higher strength score than him.
Yeah,
No.
I have eight strength.
At one point, Twigman does hop off your shoulder and rides around on Boy.
Love it.
Amazing. Yeah,
He's over here.
Love it.
And Boy seems to be responding to him completely fine, like he's not even phased by a little creature on him.
Okay, so
That's
he's definitely a good, sweet
amazing.
little nature spirit. That's nice.
Yay.
Not spirit, he's an elemental.
He's a sweet little elemental guy. We heard that they could ride foxes.
Now we can ride Boy.
We have an additional unit in battle now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make Twigman fight. What are you talking about?
He can if he
He's
chooses.
a mounted unit.
Watch him whip
But
out
we
some
also have
like
a dog.
crazy earth magic, like Just the earth swallows. Twigman, calm down.
What happened to the bard? She got swallowed by Twigman. The earth is gone.
Okay, so you guys will be traveling through Bryn Shindar, Caer Dineval, and Caer Konig. Caer Konig would be your final destination.
I would like to spend as little time in Birchander as possible.
Oh, you don't want to hang on Bryn Shander?
They do human sacrifices in Birchander.
So does Targos,
We
you guys have been
discussed
hanging
Okay,
out
but
there?
none of us know that.
We did it. They told us.
Wait,
Oh,
oh,
you
did
did
they
that.
tell us?
Yeah.
Targos told you that too, and you guys still went there.
Shows how much I pay attention. I don't have my notes. It's fine.
Birchander's like the biggest little town though, so
It's not my
we
fault.
might be able to find
My
information
swords are
about all
falling
that
off though.
if you pass through here.
They're falling out. That was hilarious.
Oh,
Hello.
good evening.
I didn't expect you to pluck my string.
Oh, I wasn't intending to, but it was fun while it lasted. Can you get the fuck back in there?
I think they kind of match up, don't they?
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. Don't let your little knives fall off again.
I'll do my best. They're actually not
so is
very
Birchander
like.
the first place we
Bryn
stopped?
Shander would be the first place that you guys basically come across.
Cool, let's go.
Bryn Shander, welcome to Bryn
If we
Shander.
had more time, I would see if they had a library or something.
I don't know if Bryn Shander has.
I feel like they're the biggest town. If any of these towns are going to have a library, I feel like it would be Birchander.
The one that has human
Library.
sacrifices?
Well, it's the biggest. It's like the only like real city.
It's also the only place we can probably go into a bar and find a brawl.
Right.
Yeah, let's get in a fight. I'm ready to fight.
Let's fight some shit.
I'm a fighter type. I'm ready to fight.
She was
I'm
ready
gonna
to
tell
attack
everyone
that
that
dog.
the most dangerous fighter is.
We're
Oh my
gonna
God,
we're
I have to
gonna
show
say
you
Maybe the
that.
library
we're gonna say you
like
guys
it.
expedite through Bryn Shander. You just kind of outskirts, get some food and stuff like that, and then a quick rest, and then you continue on.
Cool.
And then you guys also cut through Caer Dineval. You basically just walk right past it without. You just keep pushing. You guys can, if you want to like really push
I
and
learned
try and get there
familiar.
in a good amount of
Well, I
time, you
don't-
all
I
can
don't
make
know.
Constitution
It's from
saves.
Amazon.
That
But
would
Let's
be
do
you guys
I wear a
fighting
face
against
mask
the
when I'm
elements
at work.
and trying to
and so I
just push.
felt like a total
I
like
think that's what we should do.
Chinese,
Yeah, I was gonna
Japanese,
say,
like
that's
ninja fighter type, right? So I was like in the bar and just like choose your fighter.
I would say it reminds me of Mai from like what was that? King of Fighters? Was that what Mai was from?
Choose your hero.
Except for
Yeah,
my
roll Constitution saves.
Constitution saves.
It's very like
An
Asian.
11.
I wouldn't fight. I wouldn't fight anyone.
Like, you want to see?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's an outfit that I have. I got it on Amazon. It's just like a little.
It seems like it would be easy to fight because you have all that exposed skin. And just be like, I'm gonna poke you.
Yeah, that means that you're.
Yeah,
the
but
best.
wait,
Have
hold
you
on,
played a
hold
fighting game?
That does not mean you're.
But the
best.
heels though, I mean they're not. They're red bottoms because the bottom's red, but they're not like Louis Vuitton red
I was about to
bottoms.
say.
But, like I felt like it worked out. I had a cool outfit and I was like really proud of myself. But it definitely was one of those like choose your fighter.
Choose your fighter. Ba-ba-da-ba-da.
Okay, we're doing a.
It's a
Obviously,
different
you
color,
always
but
do
that's what I
right.
was thinking of.
Okay,
It's like the same like Asian.
very
type
similar,
of-
yeah. This one has the little neck
Yeah,
piece
Yeah,
that and
that's
it
what
even
I'm
has
saying.
like a
It's
little
more
thing.
covered here. It's like a square cut instead of a
Yeah.
V.
Did you say we're doing Constitution saves?
Yes,
Yes.
if you want to push. If you don't want to push.
Oh wait,
you
what are we
wanna-
pushing? I'm
We're just
sorry.
trying
Well,
to
it
get
was a
there
discussion.
Yes, we're
Okay.
trying to get there quick.
Trying to get it
Um,
quick, you're gonna have to make Constitution
16.
saves. If you want to go slow, then you don't.
I rolled an
Everyone's gonna
11.
lose you in the wilderness.
We might have to based on the 10 that I rolled. So.
Oh, great! Now you're all dead because of you.
10 was the threshold. You had to get over a 10. What did you
I
roll?
did.
9.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, you have to
no.
add your Constitution.
9.
Oh, you don't have one, do you?
no, here. Oh, yeah, she does.
Ha!
No. This.
I didn't roll on this.
she's like, nah, I just had to outdo
Listen,
all of
I-
it's
y'all.
only
I
one
thought-
level of exhaustion. You're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. Let's keep going.
You're fine.
If you
The
die,
rest of
just
you
create
all
another
got,
character.
10 or
Because I
higher.
love both of you were like, no,
Yeah,
no, we fixed your thing. And
I
I
got
was
a
like,
16.
no, it's just the
Yeah,
thing.
you're fine. You're fine. She's a little exhausted.
If she does, she does.
If she dies, she dies.
Twigman will help you.
Elephant will carry her. It's
In
fine.
Mother Russia, dead to bury you.
He can carry.
Yuri. Bring Yuri back. I miss
I
Yuri.
gotta have a bear to play Yuri though. That's the only way that he works.
Is Starfinder the only campaign that you can play a bear person?
It's the only campaign. That's the only. This is the only tabletop game I've ever seen a bear version.
There's got to be a loophole.
Yeah, I'm sure I could just say you're a beast walker or like a.
And bear.
If you play shifter in Dungeons and Dragons, you could have
You got, like,
bear
a bear
qualities.
form,
And you could have a bear form.
Yeah, I miss Yuri. I do also
I
miss
miss
Blue.
On the barrage.
You
I
like
do kind of miss my
Hey,
android
hey,
person. Like I was really enjoying my
Wait,
character.
you can't be an android cat in this game?
I don't think there's any android like people in D&D or
There's
Pathfinder.
Warforged.
They have Warforged, yeah.
And they're
Which
like
are, like-
construct people.
Construct, yeah, like machine people.
Yeah.
Oh, so that might be a
You
thing.
could if you could have been carved to look like a cat. I mean, it's totally.
There's always loopholes.
There's
if you
always
look
it's a
hard
fantasy
enough.
game. If you want to play a character that's like that, as long as it's not a turtle, you're good.
Turtle.
I'm not
You
dealing
know
with
what?
turtle.
You know what? Fuck
Sorry.
turtles.
Oh my
Would be
goodness.
carved to look like a turtle.
If you carved to look like a turtle, you're gonna get hit by the biggest fucking boulder ever. Even if you're in the plane, it's gonna be like, what the fuck happened?
Where did that
and then
even
you're gonna
come
look up and you're gonna see a dragon flying by and like, oh, I dropped one of my big boulders that I'm carrying to my home. I go back down there and get it. Oh, look, a dead turtle monster.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
You carry it with. You're gone.
Just
Amazing.
the hatred for the turtle.
You're in
Alright,
the desert,
um,
get struck by a lightning storm.
That guy must have been the trolliest character ever.
All right, so you guys get to Kerkonig. Kerkonig. Welcome to Kerkonig.
Did it warm up yet?
Yeah.
Get the
So the white snow-covered slopes of Kelvin's Cairn loom large beyond the quiet lakeside town of Kerkonig. Kerkonig started as a camp for a group of mountaineers from the northern Moonsea region. As the camp grew, a wooden palisade was added to discourage raiders. Later, came a stone castle of Kerkonig. Alas, neither the palisade nor the castle fared well. Both fell to orcs before falling into ruin. Kerkonig is known today, as it is known today, consists of a terraced row of houses that recede from the shore of Lac-Dinishar like tiers of an amphitheater. So everything kind of builds up, it's like layers. Is when you're coming up the trail, you can see there's like layers of these houses, and there's like another level, and there's like another row of houses. The harbor is frozen, its docks skewed and broken by shifting ice. Buried under the snow on the slopes above the last row of houses are the ruins of the Care that gave the town its name. A Care is basically just their word for a castle. The remainder of the people of Kerkonig that it's a reminder to the people of Kerkonig that nothing lasts in this corner of the world. So travel here is very difficult. It's pretty remote because Kerkonig is like out there.
Yeah.
It takes a little while for you guys to get here. Let's see, what else would y'all know here? Their heraldry, which you guys can see flapping in the wind and painted on some walls and stuff like that, is a white fish silhouette rising from the center bottom of a dark blue field, which has a white border on all sides but its bottom. The fish signifies the local fishing trade, and the broken border represents the snow and the harbor surrounding the town. And let's see here. They're known to sacrifice food here, not people. Or warmth. It's just food. So they leave out like knucklehead trout and stuff like that.
Well, what if you're a cannibal?
Then they would be, I don't know.
Put to death.
They're not cannibals.
Put to death.
You don't tell them you're one. You're like, hey, by the way, guys.
It's illegal.
Yeah.
In this area, I feel like they would notice people going missing. Since there's not that many of them.
Yeah, you guys can head over to where Keegan told you about the Frozen Far expeditions.
Yeah, we're going there first.
Okay, you guys get to the Frozen Far expeditions run by a seasoned ranger named Attinus Swift.
What's he seasoned with?
He's seasoned with neutral goodness
Oh,
and human flavors.
just salt and pepper.
This shop
Very
sells
bold.
adventuring gear. Attached to the shop is a wooden shed. And you can see there's a kennel in the back. You can hear dogs barking and stuff like that.
Cool.
Let's see. There's also looks like a shield dwarf that's kind of like walking around the area. Seems to be working as like shield dwarves is just their Forgotten Realms version of like a hill dwarf. And he's just that old guy, the blind guy, was a shield dwarf that you ran into that had all the carvings, and he was really ornery. This one's running around. He's got like a red beard, and he's just running around, kind of helping clean up stuff on the. And as you can see, there's like a group of people in there ready to go on like an expedition, and he's helping outfit them with like winter gear and stuff like that. And it just looks. It's literally like 3 humans, and they're just like. They're kind of like they see you guys and they're a little standoffish, and they look like they're definitely not from this area, and they look very foreign. When I say foreign, I'm meaning like Asianish, kind of like slanted eyes.
All right, so
No, they're not black. They're just
they're from like Karator in the east.
yeah, they're from somewhere very far away.
Fuck y'all too.
We're here to see the dwarf anyway.
Yeah, we're here to see the ranger, man. The proprietor.
Yeah, and then Attinus is like just he's really grizzled looking human. Like he's been through it. He's been through the ringer of NPC level bullshit.
Right.
Not just Jordan level bullshit.
Every day, just
but like,
bullshit. Yeah.
Like I'm like a dude that does stuff for a living.
He has to.
Like I don't have a
every
player
day.
character class, but I can do shit. And I can fuck up your day if you
He's
get
like
in my way.
He deals
He's like
with
Snake
Karens
Plissken.
every day. Deals with Karens and Kevins every day.
Yeah, I just can't get it out of my head.
Huh? There's only 2
So
in
you
this
guys
one.
come in and he's
Yeah,
just
there's
sitting there,
only
he's
2
helping
going
out
on.
this other group. He
Yeah, I
says,
thought
and
there's
the
only
bell
3.
rings as you come in. He's like, "Oh, how are you doing?
There's
Welcome,
only 3.
welcome to Frozen Far Expeditions. What can I help you with?"
We're looking for a man named Garrett. He came in here maybe a few days ago with this guard.
Oh yeah, Garrett, yes, I
He
do
was
remember
leading some
Garrett.
travelers.
He did come in here with some very well armed companions. I do recall a Goliath, a male Goliath, very large, muscular man with a set of weapons.
They were attractive.
Very attractive.
That's all I thought that was going.
Large, attractive male Goliath. Check.
Also a spindly little halfling couldn't keep her hands off of anything in my shop. Yes. I really do believe she was trying to take something without my knowledge, but I'm a well-seasoned scout, and I know when stuff is missing from my shop because it is my shop.
Twigman just holding stuff that he just
There was also a tiefling, a dark-skinned tiefling, skin like ebony, very beautiful,
Hmm.
very
Out
foreign,
of his forehead.
very horny.
He seems to have a
I
type.
was digging her.
Seems to have a type.
Right. Muscle.
I helped them buy some camping gear and camping supplies and climbing gear. Then they headed to the Hook, Line, and Sinker, which is a local tavern here. From there, I think they said they wanted to go get some drinks, and they were making plans for a good night's rest. And they were going to be sleeping at the Northern Light, which is a local inn as well. proprietors of this place may have more information on the friend Garrett, but after he left here, I don't know exactly what. I know that they went to the inn, and they went from the inn to the. Well, I'm sorry, they went from the tavern to the inn, and then they were planning to go to Kelvin's Con.
Well, let's hit up the hook, line, and sinker.
Do you all need some gear? Are you going out looking for them? Because I sell climbing gear, camping gear, and y'all gonna need it if you're gonna go out there looking for them.
Yoo-hoo, big summer block.
I have claws.
That's literally
Wait,
what I
that's
get.
my
It's
fucking-
like we're in the tundra.
Oh yeah, I'm good on athletics.
Yoo-hoo, big summer block.
Yeah, how much is it?
How much is what? Yeah, what do we need?
I mean, I can hook you up with a pretty decent packages as I'm helping these three gentlemen right now with the same. It is it's a blowout sale right now. I am just going through my inventory left and right. I'm just trying to make ends meet.
Sure, yeah.
But I can outfit the four of you. And do you require a dog sled? I can rent them out to you. I have two that I can rent out to you. Rent. I have 16 healthy dogs.
I feel like we don't need dogs.
We got one.
Yeah, we have a dog and an elephant. We're
We
fine.
have a good boy.
So camping gear. 10
Climbing, camping gear.
climbing and camping gear. That'll be a total of 10 gold apiece, which would be 40 gold. Now I can work out a payment plan, or if you have someone else, you can exchange in place of that. Perhaps you have something that is
Because
of
we
any
do
worth.
layaway nowadays.
I did notice you had that dog outside. Looks like a healthy dog.
No.
Scared stuff.
I would gladly give you gear for all of you for
It's
just
taken.
the ownership
it
of that
has
animal.
rabies.
I step in and I automatically go,
Scared stuff.
no change for dog.
Chance for you,
I
my
feel like
lady.
we'll probably need camping and climbing gear.
I just
Anyway,
love how
right?
he's just
I don't
like,
need
I like
climbing
that dog. And we're like, yeah, it's rabies.
His dog is actually my grandmother. She got cursed by a
What
witch.
about that creature that's riding upon its back?
Twigman?
I'll
That's
pay
a
handsomely for an elemental spirit. I know what that is. They have many blessings that they bring upon those that face with them.
That's actually his grandpa. I'm sorry.
Twigman's not for sale.
His family were two
You
really
actually
old
say that?
druids that transformed.
Make a deception check. He's like, you're out of your mind.
I think I trained you in that.
Yep.
Deception. Hard with deception.
24.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
It's his grandfather?
Yeah.
Amazing. He completely believe.
He was trying to win his wife back and got turned into that.
Unbelievable.
Right? We don't have 40 gold.
No, we don't.
Well, there's other ways you can work things out. I do need some things.
What do you need?
Well, I mean, some help, some friends nearby that I may. Well, listen, if you're willing to do it, I can give you all the gear. All the gear you need, besides the dogs, of course, is very expensive.
Sure.
But I can give you all the gear. I'll give you even the best gear.
For what?
See, there's a friend of mine in town who has a little bit of beef with me. If you're willing to go talk to him on my behalf, maybe get him to stop bothering me.
What did you do?
Listen, that's not important. What's important is that you're going to get your gear. And that's what's important here. If you're willing. Obviously, if you're not willing, then I'm going to need that money.
Who are we going to talk to? What's his name?
We'll get into that if we agree upon it. I'm going to need a handshake.
I don't have
I
hands.
feel like I'm shaking hands with fucking Voodoo Man right now.
No, his name is Boudreaux.
Thibodeau, actually.
Let's make it happen, Timmy.
His name's not Thibodeau.
He sounds like a backwater swamp kind of
He
guy.
sounds like a huckster. He sounds like a dude. He sounds like a greasy lawyer.
From the swamps.
Right.
So they're
The only guy who will represent you after you kill your mom.
Johnny Cochran?
he-
The Chewbacca defense?
Man, Cochran pulled that shit off. Everybody in America knew that guy killed that one.
he basically tells you
And then he
about
died
essentially.
mysteriously a couple years
It
later.
essentially tells you about a loan shark that lives in town who is formerly from Luskin, and this person has several loans that he's loaned out to people, and for the most part, they're good for it and they get their money back. But because of the frozen winter and there's not a lot of adventurers coming up here, he doesn't have the money to pay him back, and he just needs time. And he went and talked to him, but the last time he did that, he broke 2 of his fingers, which now you notice that he has a brace on the finger, and he still needs to make money in order to do this. So
Right.
if you guys could at least go talk to him, perhaps you can work out a
What kind
deal
of
with him.
ranger is this?
He's not. He's a scout. Like a
Literally just some old guy that used to live in the woods.
He's not a real ranger. He could be level 10 fucking scout and a level 1 ranger kick his ass. Yeah.
Oh my
Shit.
God.
Shit.
Let's go talk to a loan shark.
Might as well.
Let's beat him up and steal all his loan shark
His
money.
name is Duber. Duber is he's just this local loan
His name
shark.
is Duber.
Duber. Listen, I'm just coming up with names at random. These aren't even in the book.
I'm about to beat Duber to death. All right, let's go talk to Duber.
Got this.
She's like, I'm ready to hit somebody.
I'm ready to fight.
Duber's gonna have like 5 levels of
Come on,
barbarian to kill us all.
Probably.
So you guys get to this small house. It's on the outskirts of town. It's like a couple tiers up, and it's near the ruins of the old care and
The roots of Duberville.
Duber.
Duberman.
Chippy doobie.
I'm a Duber.
Let's go smoke that doobie.
Yeah, it's this small timbered, like blackened wood, like the outside has been blackened with fire, and then it's just this thick layer of smoke on it. It's like an A-frame, and so it's just kind of slipping off on the sides. There is smoke coming from the chimney, and then it's pretty set off from the rest of the town. But this is supposed to be Duber's home.
Oh, okay.
What? Who is it?
My name's Nelson. I'm here to talk to Duber.
It's just Duber. What do you need? It doesn't open the door or anything. You need money?
Not really. I'm here to talk about money.
You see him crack open the door a little bit. And he looks at you. You see, he looks like a half orc.
Oh, yeah, don't do it. No, don't do it.
He looks
He's a half
like a
I'm not
half
doing
orc.
it.
He's pretty grizzled. He's got like this one like scar going like this way, and it's just like it looks real jagged, kind of cutting down his face. And he looks pretty grizzled, and one of his tusks that coming out of his mouth is broken off.
Oh, okay.
Why are there so many of you?
Well, these are my companions. This is Twigman.
Whatever. What do you want? Who sent you? Oh, you forgot. You don't know, so you didn't write it down. No,
This
it's
is, what was his name?
Atinus.
And I was about to say, I was like, Antonio?
Atinus sent you.
We're here to talk to you on behalf of your old friend Athenus.
Atinus is not my friend. He owes me money. I loaned him money, and he owes it.
Right. But, given current fiscal
Situation.
difficulties,
Why are you more willing to help Atinus, who is a scumbag and a loser, than the person who he actually owes money to? Couldn't I just, in fact, hire you to go talk to him about the money he owes me? Or I could just borrow. You could borrow money from me if you need something from him. I'm assuming that's why you're here, because he's the only one in town that sells adventuring gear.
This is a pretty astute half-orc.
Except for the fact that if we borrow money from you, then we'll have to
Then
pay
you're
it
gonna
back.
break our fingers.
I didn't break his fingers.
Well, who broke his fingers?
He broke his own fingers. Listen, he's trying to get out of this loan anyway. He has blamed me for all the ill wills and all the ill fortune in his life. I have not done any of these things. You can see if you can
This is a 16 insight.
insight. You don't think he's lying.
Okay.
Says, I live up here because most people can't get along with orcs. I'm a half-orc. So that's why I'm out here. But I came from Luskin. I had money. I was willing to borrow it or to lend it out with interest. But some people don't pay back, especially someone like Attis.
How much money does he owe you?
Not too much, but enough that would cause most people to cringe. We'll say it's well over 100 gold.
Yep, I cringed. It took me 5 levels to earn 100 gold. Fuck.
Well, shoot.
Now we can go back to.
What if we got
What's
your
his
money
name?
back from
Atlas.
Atlas?
So he basically, it comes down to this. It comes to like a political thing here.
Uh-huh.
So you have Adnis, who's basically in this position of being, the proprietor
Well-established
of a
proprietor.
well-established business within the town. He's also human. He's got connections with, I wouldn't say the speaker, because there is a speaker here, but he's not. But he's well liked by the people. He used to. His father used to be speaker for this particular town, and now the current speaker is not on the same level. But he's well liked, and because of that, he can't really come down on him. But in the same respect, if you could borrow money from someone,
Yeah.
you're
pay the money
expected to pay it back.
Right.
Yeah.
He borrowed this money some years ago,
Oh, it's been years.
and he
Oh,
has
Jesus.
record of it,
Right.
which he's willing to show you record of it with the signature from Atlas.
I feel like we
Which
should
in
go back.
fact paid for the building he is now in.
Who's the law in the town?
That's going to be the speaker.
I feel like we should go to Atlas and tell that and lie to him. Say that this guy gave us money to, take all his stuff back if he just doesn't give us all the gear. We'll just blackmail
We
him.
got.
We're going to blackmail.
Now we play with alignments. What's your alignment?
Yeah, I'm chaotic. I wouldn't do that.
Maybe not. Maybe so. Again, chaotic is to get the end justifies the means with chaotic good. Remember that. Your alignment
This is
is
lawful neutral.
that would really go against your lawful standards
It
of
would.
code and laws.
Well,
Chaotic neutral. You don't fucking care. Whatever fucking works.
Yep.
You're like one step away from neutral evil. Right now, you're basically
trying
just
to
whatever
She-
whim.
And
What
she
else
usually
to
plays
do?
chaotic neutral as well.
What
I'm not
else
sure.
to do?
Actually, let's see if she wrote it down on this one.
no, it's not up top. It's blank.
We can determine that one.
She usually
There's nothing
plays
written up there.
chaotic neutral. Well, she wants to use this stupid fucking clipboard that I bought her.
So I think I would like to exhaust our legal avenues before.
It's not much. He explains. He invites you guys in. It takes him time. He realizes you're not going to all just attack you. He does ask that if you have weapons, you just leave them outside. So he doesn't know you that well.
Right. Sure, these are the most deadly
Yeah,
things
that
about
one.
me. I'll leave them outside.
Because I wasn't gonna do a whole new one. I just was gonna use the temporary ones to have mine. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
random off topic. I don't know that we talked about experience points last session. So if we
No,
didn't,
we're not, because how you guys level on early on is basically by achieving quests. Every
Okay.
time you complete one, you're going to level pretty quickly.
Okay, cool.
That's why I was seeing if you're going to go and bring that stuff back.
We would hit level 2 if we
You
might
might
not.
have hit level 2 before you even took this other quest.
So,
Well, dude, it's your fault.
how effective?
Maybe.
Because I assume he's already petitioned the speaker.
Yeah, he has petitioned the speaker and the speaker before this speaker. He explains to you the current speaker is Trovus. Trovus is a silver dragonborn.
Okay.
He's a retired adventurer, and he represents the town.
Speaker for Care, is it Care Koenig right there?
What's that?
Care Koenig is where we are?
Yeah, Care Koenig.
What's his name? What?
Trovis won over his fellow townsfolk with his brawn and good humor, though he's too blunt to be a good politician and drinks too much.
Sounds like a cool dude.
So every time that they brought this up to him, he doesn't want to deal with it. He's like, I don't have time for this. You all deal with it. It's domestic shit.
Valid.
I have an idea.
Me too.
What's your idea?
My idea is we go talk to Trovis and we imply that if he doesn't enforce the rule of law in town, we'll tell everyone that he lets crooks get away with stealing people's money.
What's your idea?
Did you knock that?
love
Damn, I
to
missed.
to fight with
I
Trovis.
wanted to knock it over.
So
I
badass.
don't want to fight him.
Yeah, you do.
I just want him
We're
to
not taking you
recognize.
bowling.
Just so you know, Trovis is a wrestler.
He looks like a silver dragon, but in reality,
Golly.
There's a whole
Rust
line
knots
right
right there.
there.
I know, and I'm not good at it, sir.
there it is.
Yes. It took me like 10 tries.
No, it took 6 gutter balls.
Come on, let's go bowling. Come on.
Just like time to go.
No, I do actually would like. I would really love to go bowling sometime.
The only bowling alley is in Kansas City on Williams, right?
In Kenner,
They got a bowling alley over here on the West Bank.
we don't come to. He lives in Kenner. I live in Metairie, so we're gonna go to Kenner.
I only know that because I've driven past it a few times. It could be closed for all
I went to The skating rink on Airline is actually back open again. So
Is it?
yeah, we
It's
went skating the other day. It was pretty cool.
around the corner from my house.
Let's
Dude,
go
I
talk
hurt
to
my
Travis.
leg so bad.
Okay. Well,
But if
he
you wanna go
tells
roller
you that
skating
you could
sometime,
find
go roller skating.
Trovis
Bust
at
mine.
most likely you're gonna find him at Hook, Line, and Sinker.
He's got some
That's okay.
documents here, some
Okay.
official, like legally.
I'm just.
Yeah, he shows
we,
you like
we definitely
a
have to
book,
schedule our movie
basically,
date, and we will as soon as I
and
get
he
in
says
that new
there's like
place.
there's like you could see where the coins went out, and
Tomorrow we're
he has
leaving to go work
definitely
out of
lend out
town. We
quite
come
a
back
bit,
for a couple days,
but most
and then
of
we
that
turn around
that
and we go
lending
to
was
Denver
done in
for the
like
week,
British
and then we get back,
dollars.
and then I got to go
he
work
came
out of
here,
town
and
for that
most of it's
weekend.
just small
and then we
stuff,
get back
like
and I have to
40
move.
gold this, and he has the
So-
notes
You
of
should
like what
definitely
the person
probably
had
move the
borrowed
big stuff
for.
first.
So I mean,
And
he's
then
kind of like a pillar of the
trying to
community.
maneuver
He helps
in the
people.
Yeah, but I
If
mean,
anything else is in there.
he does
it's
help
gonna be-
people when
like,
they
you
come
get
to
the
ask
big
for
stuff
help,
in
but
and
you
put
can
it where
tell
it
that
needs
for
to go.
most of the things that
You
people
need
are
to kind of
asking
bring in the
for,
little stuff.
he has
Yeah.
definitely charged
Well, I've
them
gotta-
a
I just
significant
gotta
amount
get
of interest. For the
Everything
most part,
secured
most of the
over the
interest
next week
is
or
like
so. I gave them the
25%
check
of
for
the
like the
amount,
deposit and
which
everything
is
today.
significant interest
So
that
we
you
should
get.
be able to.
Right.
I just
Somebody comes in
I need
like,
to
"I want
figure out
100 gold."
exactly
It's
what
gonna
day
cost
I'm gonna get the
125
keys,
gold.
and if I get the keys on the
So,
12th,
That's
then
that's pretty steep.
we'll be. God
But
damn
again,
it!
they could go other places and try and do this. And
Right.
he hasn't been
That's my
borrowing
thing.
money out since the 2 years of
As long as we get the
not
keys
getting
on the
this
12th,
of the oral.
we'll be
Orals-
good.
Oh,
to
No, because Orals
start
Frozen
moving
has
on the
stopped
12th.
any people coming
And
from,
then as
from
soon
the
as I
town
find
itself.
out that we're getting the
Yeah.
keys on the 12th, then we'll be able to make plans.
makes sense.
Welcome back. We're
Let's go
about
talk to Travis.
About to go fight stuff.
Our way.
Get
We're
ready.
gonna
No.
have a conversation.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It's a lot of role playing right now, and I'm not trying to like ruin your thoughts about this campaign by making y'all role play the whole time. But
We're gonna have a very polite conversation with the dragon.
It's, yeah, I'm not going to be participating in that.
Dragonborn, do they have polite conversations?
Yeah, what's polite?
Sure they do.
How do you
I hope so.
It's not polite. I will unleash Twigman.
Oh, God.
What's he gonna do? Make some twigs come out
Gonna
of the
be
ground?
absolutely adorable in his general direction.
so
I
again,
know,
it's
you can't
it's like
find a guy.
later. It's
His
like
face
later
is
in
just
the
a
day.
thing
It's
like
still
that.
it's not quite. It's still that twilighty kind of time, but you can tell you guys are tired from walking and stuff. But you're heading over the Hook, Line, and Sinker. I'm assuming to go speak to Trovis, right?
And
Yeah.
also to see if they know anything about Garrett since he came here as well. So it's
Yep.
Two birds, one stone
Okay,
type
okay.
situation.
So you guys, so the town sits quietly at the foot of Kelvin's Cairn. A few bundled up people shuffle between snow-battered houses, keeping their heads down, barely bothering to give any of you a look as you pass by them. A pile of snow stirs as you pass it, and someone hidden beneath it suddenly stands up. The figure looks around and yells, "Who goes there? Is it the thieves? Have I found you creeping bastards?" And when he pulls down his scarf that's covering his face, you see a silver dragonborn holding an empty wine bottle as a weapon. He then belches and grins at you and says, "Pardon me, a bit jittery with all the thieving going on around here. I'm Trovis, The town speaker.
Hi, Travis. We're not creeping bastard thieves, but we are looking for you.
Looking for me?
Yeah.
You have word on the thieves?
No.
Maybe you could give us some information on the
Why are you
thieves.
just picking up quest after quest? Right?
It's your fault. We could have turned in fucking twig.
You all
Twig.
agreed that
the
we
fuck is
shouldn't
name?
go back.
You're not wrong.
He's got like some furs on, but for the most part, he is decked out in like basically like half plate. He's got the wine bottle. He's like, it's having a little difficulty keeping his eyes open, kind of like Luna. He's just like, doing his best. Yeah, so he's it's you can't like you don't know how long he's been out here, but he's clearly been under that pile of snow for some time because it was pretty fluffy.
Amazing.
Falling asleep outside the tavern with a wine
The
bottle.
snow just building up on you.
He's like he's you can tell for a Dragonborn he's much older because generally Dragonborns they hit maturity around 15 years of age and they don't generally get past like 90 or whatever before they get killed in some sort of war. He's pretty old though. He looks he's worse for wear. But he's just like, oh, I can't believe I'm out here in this godforsaken frozen tundra speaker. Supposed to be retired.
So living at a spite is what I hear.
I just refuse to die.
So he basically tells you guys that he's been patrolling all night long as he takes a swig from the bottle, which is empty, and then he tosses it and then pulls out another bottle from the pile of snow behind him, cracks it open, and then starts drinking that.
I know this guy.
Says he's been patrolling all night and looking for thieves, but after yet another night of not finding them, which is quote unquote code for been drinking all night,
Right.
He had to rest here, which just fell asleep and got covered in snow during one of the blizzards.
You've been here for
Amazing.
There's a chair there, we just can't.
He has no recollection of how he ended up in this pile or why he was out drinking in the first place. I guess you guys ask him about. I don't know.
Keegan?
He's just
Wait,
like.
what was his name? Keegan. Garrett.
Garrett.
What was Keegan?
Keegan was his lover.
initially going to ask him about why he won't make old boy pay his debts.
Yep.
Who?
Agnes.
Adamus.
Agnes.
I keep trying to make him a guy.
Oh yeah, he's the.
The innkeeper.
He sells camping equipment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
He is a smooth talker.
He's a charlatan, a thief.
I mean, he's a good businessman.
Weren't you looking for thieves?
Not that kind of thief. And then he goes on to tell you about the thieving troubles of the town.
Jesus Christ.
The town has had some thievery troubles. No one seems to have seen anything really. Just another night, the lantern over the Northern Light was stolen. Corey won't let me hear the end of it because I haven't been able to find those responsible. Not yet, at least. But I have a knack for finding thieves.
Oh, yeah?
Just not right now.
You usually just hide under snowbanks and then. Ha
I did sneak up on you.
Oh, yeah. The image
He's a
of stuff.
lookout,
He kind of
obviously.
did.
Silent like the night you were.
He goes on to tell you that he is not normally like this, but when he's in his element, which is looking for thieves, he recalls about how he kicked a half ogre into a river and watched it float away as it yelled profanities at him. And another time, he tells of when he tricked a group of kobolds into believing that he was a dragon in humanoid form. He just goes on and on about these like ridiculous, clearly like adventure stories and stuff like that.
I hate to stop you, but you really need to make this guy pay his money back.
That doesn't help me with the lantern.
What
If
lantern?
I find the stupid lantern,
Wait, what lantern is he
the
looking
one
for?
that got
Stolen.
stolen from above,
Is the
if
one
I
that
find,
we have?
So
find
the
thieves,
northern light is the inn in town.
Yeah, they
and
stole the
there-
light
Someone
this
stole
off
the
the inn.
lantern.
I feel like we're in that one fucking
Dude, if I was a
children's
fucking
story.
fire sorcerer right now, I got this.
No, y'all are in Skyrim and you're just picking up quests left and right.
Yeah.
Clearly.
If
Now
we
let's just find
find
the glitches.
if we find the thieves, will you make Antinous pay his money back?
I know it's hard. It's so hard to stop. Can you
Then
put
you'll-
healthy snacks in
then
front of
you'll
us,
look
like
like the
edamame
speaker-
or popcorn?
You look like the speaker of Law and Order. We stopped the thieves,
Sunflower
and
seeds.
we made a guy pay his debts.
I could have brought those, you know. I only got through one
We're
of
gonna
the
need
3
that
bags of
every
the Old Bay season.
Yeah, you know what? I think
did
that
get
might
better.
might
They
work
did
as
get
something
better.
here.
Somebody
It
did a
says
station the other day.
Did
you
you
guys
really?
ask about the lantern, and he offers
Did
to take you guys to the local inn so that you can
Did you
talk
eat-
to
did you pick up a
the
bag for
Shore
yourself?
sisters
No.
who run the
You have to try
establishment.
them. They're really good.
He seems less bothered by the cold than anyone else in the settlement due to his silver dragon heritage. As y'all basically, he tells you that. What else would he tell you?
Yeah.
Give me one second.
I hate this place.
I love this place. Just like a fucking 40,000 fucking random quests.
Clearly.
It's just like, hey,
So-
let's go to here. Oh yeah. we
While
can
he's-
answer that.
While
but we
he's
have to go to
reading,
here.
you know enough of these things. What is
Sounds like
a
Assassin's Creed.
dragonborn? Like what?
A dragonborn is basically a humanoid dragon
yeah.
person. They are
Okay.
descended probably from ancient dragons. No one's actually 100% sure where they originally came from. They tend to have very muted scale colors, but some of them, like whatever this guy's name is, Trovis,
Mm-hmm.
display specific dragon heritage, and so
Of
like
a
are
silver
clearly
dragon.
like silver dragon.
So he's
But-
going to be more Arctic like.
Right. So he would have like silver dragon abilities. He may or may not have like a breath weapon. That's up to
Yeah,
you.
like my
Okay.
first character that I played in 5th edition when I learned it when I went to Comic-Con, or not Comic-Con, to Gen Con,
Mhm.
I played a white dragonborn.
Okay.
So basically, there
It
was some
basically
dragon
very Arctic and
bestiality
stuff like
going
that.
on.
They get like a
someone
breath
got
weapon
like
and
a dragon
everything.
baby.
So
So like adventurer dragonborns are going to have like usually clearly defined heritage because you want to have those abilities.
So
But a lot
they're,
of dragonborns are just like brown.
they're humanoid dragons.
Yeah, they're like human-sized
So they can
lizard people.
they walk on 2
They
feet.
don't have wings.
They don't have
They do
wings.
have tails, don't they?
They do have-
Yeah,
Do they have
Yeah,
tails?
They can have tails.
They're
But
just
they don't have
lizards.
They're like
Right.
lizard
Lizard
folk.
people.
Like lizard folk.
Lizard folk with some
Except
dragon,
dragony.
with more
Yeah.
dragon tails.
The ones with more, like I said, the ones with more defined heritage, like you would have like a player character.
Can you play as one?
Yeah, they're in the core.
Oh yeah,
They're in
yeah,
that
Okay.
they're actually a
So-
main race. Yeah.
So it's a race and not a class.
It's not a monstrous
Yeah,
character.
no,
it's not
it's a race.
So
Right.
you can still pick so you could be like a
Dragonborn
sorcerer type one or
Yeah.
whatever. Like you
Yeah,
can
it's
have
actually
spells
very
or you
common
can
for
have.
them to play like.
I ran a Dragonborn Paladin. I ran a gold Dragonborn Paladin the first time I played.
Okay,
And mine was
cool.
a fighter. Yeah, I played a dragonborn
You're
fighter.
very
That might
monstrous.
be something in the future I might do.
They're pretty cool. They're in the player's handbook.
Yeah, they're definitely in there.
All right, it starts with dwarf.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's in the
Oh,
because
they-
yeah, it's near the end because the last 2 races are uncommon. It's like the Dragonborn and I think the
Thank you.
gnomes are like uncommon races.
Yeah.
Tieflings.
Yeah.
Anyways, so as you guys, he's like walking you guys towards the inn. He doesn't even ask you. He's like, you guys are having a conversation with. He tells you about there's been 3 nights of thievery, and one night they stole a small sack of pearls carved into decorative beads
Well, that's cool.
that had gone missing from Frozen Far expeditions, which is at Athenus's place.
Athenus's place.
A pair of goats was stolen from the local tavern, and a color switching magic lantern was taken from the local inn.
You think we're hanging out with that lantern right now in our pocket?
That's
No, that one, they said it's color changing. This one only does green.
I mean,
This one only.
It is color
it-
changing
yeah, it goes from blue
technically.
to
So-
green.
Basically, he's like, if you guys help me with this, I cannot offer you a reward because we don't have that kind of money, but I can work out your deal with your 2 friends.
Fine.
If you want to.
Is this your lantern?
I used it to find Twigman. All right, so
I mean,
Because most of the valuables in the village have disappeared already, so we can't really offer you any compensation.
ask him.
ask him about what. Is it like this lantern?
No, it's like fancier with more sparkliness.
He goes, no.
No, it's sparkly.
And he goes, mine's better.
Mine's got sparkles.
Mine's Gucci. Yours is not.
I found it in the secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
She refuses to watch.
I can't remember the last words. Oh, I just remembered. And
We are all allowed to make our own decisions. And if someone doesn't want to watch Avatar, it is their right to choose to not watch Avatar.
And if someone decides that they do not like 28 Days Later, they're allowed to decide that.
Yeah, and you can also sit in the corner while we all watch 28 Days Later
28
without
Days
you.
Later. Is that the
It's a
vampire
zombie.
movie? It's the zombie.
It's zombie.
movie.
It's the UK zombie one.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really fucking good. I love it.
It's okay.
It is one of my favorite zombie. It's definitely my favorite zombie movie.
I'm not trying to shit on it. It's good. I've only seen it once. I don't even really remember it. I just remember the face.
So we're gonna have a housewarming party at my place with pizza and beer and 28 days and 28 weeks later, and you're totally invited.
And
If
then
you
we're
can
gonna
help just
watch
move a couple things. No, we're not.
Just move a couple
Because
things.
see, it's my house and it's my rules, and we watch what I want to watch when I want to watch it, especially
you
because
do
we've
that.
already discussed that you are going to watch that movie.
Yeah.
So no more
We
conversation
also
about
discussed
Avatar.
you need to watch Rocky Horror Picture Show.
And I totally agreed to that. I also agreed to Les Mis. Those will come at a later point in time.
Don't watch
Avatar,
Les Mis.
I will burn it.
Just watch Rocky Horror twice and skip things.
Don't skip like Nick.
No, there was actually a point in time that I was considering. But that's okay. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion.
Or you could just go see like Broadway.
I just think it's not fun. Everybody dies.
We have to
Yeah.
lower our volume a little bit because little one's going to be going to sleep.
Literally culminates in a song where a dude sings to an empty room because all of his fucking friends are dead.
Devastating.
That's what makes it nice.
It's about the French
Nice.
Revolution.
A chick sells her
Sounds
teeth.
nice.
It's horrifyingly bad.
Listen,
Everyone
chicks
dies
sell their
sweet
teeth all
time,
the
and that
time.
one's
Right.
I had nightmares about my teeth falling out, so this
If you
might
wanna
not work
talk
out
about
very well for me.
sad, Let's talk about Spring Awakening.
Yeah, okay, Spring Awakening.
Instead of thinking that
Yeah.
she was selling her teeth, she was selling her mouth.
She sold her mouth. Objects happen all the time.
Mouth objects.
Her teeth.
For my daughter.
Her tongue, maybe? I mean, I don't
So it's about the French Revolution. I guess that's
It's
cool.
about a little bit after the
So, you know, it's
French
tragic because they're like, they're fighting for freedom, but then they all die. Well, I don't know. I don't think Jean Valjean doesn't die, does it?
It was in theaters
Does
for
it
a short
not?
period of
Oh.
time, right?
They all died.
What?
It was in theaters for a short period of time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie
Yeah.
production is the one I've seen. I feel like it stands up to the theater production.
So like there was a period of time where I was genuinely considering watching it, so she brought it up and I was like, yeah, at some point we'll watch it. Unfortunately, our schedule has been very hectic lately and we haven't been able to watch it, as well as we were supposed to watch 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later at one point.
I'm just
so-
that guy. You should watch it. I haven't watched it since the one time that I watched it. It's
Oh,
not something that I
same.
would like enjoy watching.
And that's okay. Sometimes you just want to
Yeah.
enjoy something for what it's worth for a moment. But I have seen episodes of Avatar and I dislike it and I will not watch any more of it, plain and simple.
As cartoons go, Avatar is a good one.
I love people
What's
that
up
they're
there?
like, because we're like, it's an American anime, and they're like, it's not an anime. We're like, oh really? Then why does it have a beach episode?
It does in fact have a beach episode. Beach
Well,
episode
then
is
that
great.
makes our Pathfinder an anime because we had a beach episode.
It's got that beach episode has some excellent
Well,
character.
there will be no beach episode in Icewind Dale.
No, not
Oh
this.
no, you're gonna be a fucking beach episode.
Yeah, on our vacation. When we finally get done with all these quests,
Just watching
all
Nelson
50 of
freeze to
them?
death.
we're all
All
gonna leave.
50
All
quests.
50 quests.
Yeah, all 50 of them will finally get to escape to a actual beach.
So he brings us to the Northern Lights or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, he's taking you guys over there,
Which is an inn.
which is an inn.
Okay.
Missing
To
link.
talk to more people, to talk to more.
to get
things.
some more
Listen,
quests.
you're gonna get more quests until you guys have so many quests. You're gonna have to fucking finish one of them.
I feel like we're in the course of us trying to finish quests. To finish one quest, we have to do another.
I feel like we're playing Assassin's Creed.
I mean,
So
basically,
as you guys are
RPG.
walking through the town and stuff like that, at one point it's getting clearly dark out and stuff like that, and you guys are walking through, and then you hear a scream in the distance, and he's like, "What is that?"
I think it was a scream.
Yeah, no, I get that, but he's like, and then you hear another scream, and then someone screams out, "Cat! Crag cat! Crag cat!"
Let's run towards the
And
disturbance.
then he literally takes out his weapon, which is his bottle, and he's
I
like,
knew it.
he's like, I gotta run back. He says, I gotta run back to the inn, so he's got to get his gear. He's like, he's like,
Can we clarify what you were shouting? Because
Crag cat.
Crag cat, which is me. Therefore, I pulled both of my swords out.
Crag cat.
I pull out my cross.
You're
That's
about
me.
to fight yourself.
It's basically, well, it's like you, but it's the actual.
I
cat.
The actual cat.
Oh, I
It's
was like, I
weird
assume
here.
they're talking about me when they yell that, so I automatically pour my swords out in defense. I am in defense
You're
mode.
I feel like
I'm like,
we're gonna
who's
need
yelling
some-
at me?
No one is yelling at
Okay,
you.
I couldn't tell if you were saying
Automatic
crag
assumption.
cat, kraken, or crack cat.
It's cracking.
Or
Or
a crate trap.
Crack.
or crack.
Not
or
the crate
crack
dragon.
cat.
They could crack that.
Crackhead.
Crackhead.
Crack
Oh, I can put
That's
them
New
down.
Orleans when you got
I'm not a
crackhead.
crackhead.
Crackhead. Oh no.
Okay, wait, so they're not yelling at me.
No, there's some woman is screaming crag cat.
We're gonna run towards the disturbance because
Yes,
we're on
here I
fucking
am.
adventurers.
So he runs in the opposite direction, not because he's scared, but because he doesn't have any
He
weapons.
still getting
He
weapons.
stumbles in the other direction.
And then you guys start running up like basically this kind of carved stone stairs
Over.
that are covered in ice, but you guys don't fall or anything. You guys get up there and you see this woman who is like hiding behind she's like in an alleyway between these two buildings, and she's holding like sheltering a small child, and you see this fucking massive cat, white, fucking stark white, and it already has a like a knucklehead trout, like a dried one in its mouth, but it's like dropped it and it's like looking at these two humanoids. It looks like the two humans that are like in this little alleyway, and it does
So
not
it
notice
looks like
you
me,
guys
but
at
big.
all. It looks, yeah, I mean, it has some similar features to you, but it's very similar
Is
to
this
like
one of your
a lion.
parents?
They look like lions, but all white, and they got really shaggy
Is
fur.
there something I can roll for that? Are we from the same clan? Do I know? Do I
No,
know this cat?
No, it's literally the cat.
It's literally the cat, not
You're
a
a
humanoid cat.
tabaxi that is based off of crag cats, but a crag cat is actual monster.
Oh, okay. Fair. All right.
Yeah, you're the race tabaxi. This is a monstrosity.
Is it a male cat or a female cat?
It looks like it's male, but it's hard to tell because there's so much fur.
It's a cat.
All right, we're rolling initiative.
Oh, you're
Cat.
definitely rolling initiative.
She might be able to
Cool.
distract.
I'm gonna roll and then I'm gonna relieve my bladder.
All over the town.
I got a
I
nat
mean,
20.
that's-
Fuck, I'm gonna have to take my turn and then I'll go pee.
There's no bonus in this one, right? It's just whatever.
Whatever
Just
your
your
perception.
initiative.
Oh wait, I
Plus-
forgot
oh,
my
I do have one,
initiative
plus
is a
one.
-1.
Oh, okay.
I got an 11.
15.
Technically 19.
You get 11? Where's my initiative?
I got that 20.
Is that 3 nat 20?
I'm sorry, I got 11.
I didn't roll 20. I just
Oh.
always put my die back on 21. Then rolling. I got 13.
13.
15.
You got natural 20 plus what did you get altogether?
Mine's a -1,
Negative one.
so I technically got 19,
19 and Luna. was
even though I roll a nat
She got
20.
23.
23. So Luna's up first, then
Wait, is it
you.
plus 3 or minus?
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
Here's plus. Mine's minus for some
So
reason.
Luna, Molly, then you. That's actually this perfect order.
Cool.
So
Oh, shit.
Do something
Go
cool,
first.
Luna.
Do something
Secret
cool.
tunnel.
How far are we away from this thing?
I mean, you guys just get up on that first landing, and it's like 20 feet. in
Sing
front
a
of you
winter
guys.
song.
20 feet?
The thing is large. It's about the size of a horse.
I just have to look up my- Spell pad.
So I guess I do have
Hit me with
useful
some let
weapon.
go.
Yeah, you can pull those weapons as part of your movement, and we're basically using it as like your bonus action. Like it's not part of your initiative. You guys have already had your weapons out.
Like I did this when I heard the crag.
I ran all the way up to this fight, but I am very clearly unarmed. I have not pulled anything out.
Yeah, there's on the roof above you all. There's like a disturbance in the snow where clearly it jumped down from about 20 feet up. So it landed on the ground like it was going to grab some fish, and then it's like, oh look, a little person to eat.
Wow.
Okay. This is my first time actually getting to
Yeah.
characters.
Give
so
somebody
I'm like,
inspiration.
That's a bonus action, right?
That's just bonus action. Basically, do it for free. I would say do it to the cat lady. She's gonna run in and attack.
Okay.
What's inspiration do?
It lets her use a D6. She can add a D6 to any roll that she makes on her turn.
Like she could say, add a d6 to your attack roll,
Oh, nice.
or add a d6 to your damage.
So if I roll really high on attack, I can add it to damage. But if I roll low on attack,
Well,
she
you have
chooses.
to-
She
she
has to
She has to
designate. She can
specify?
say like, I'm adding it to your next skill check or your next attack or your next damage roll.
Cool.
But you do anything else besides that?
Never played this character before. So
she has no fucking clue what she's doing.
You got some weapons, but they're all melee. It didn't give me the option to give you a ranged weapon on character creation. That wasn't an option.
But she has a couple of spells.
But you have spells. You should have a 0 level. You can shoot at it.
I have prestidigitation and vicious mockery.
Yeah, do that.
Vicious mockery.
Mock the fuck out of that cat.
What's that?
I'll tell you what it does right
That's basically like yelling at them. Like making fun of mockery is making fun of somebody.
now. Vicious.
So like my
mockery.
blistering invective. You know, where I'm like, motherfucker, I will slit your fucking throat and chop off your fucking dick if you
So-
ever do this bullshit again.
It
I
has
guess
to
it
hear
last
you,
time.
but it doesn't need to understand you, which is great. They actually changed that from.
That is really
It
great.
used to have you used to have to speak a language. You could speak.
Right.
Yeah.
But it has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw. If it doesn't, it takes a D4 and it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
So you're basically yelling at it.
You're
Role play with
insulting it
it.
in some way.
In some way.
But it's
Yeah.
mockery, so it's like making fun of it. So it's an
You're
insult.
stupid.
but-
And your fur is matted on your face.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I was gonna say, what if I like threw snow on it? But like, that's
Yeah, I
water.
feel like that can also hit it in the face with the snowball. Stupid.
Your face looks so stupid. It looks like this snow. Throw it in his face.
With pee in it.
Yeah, well, I was
I didn't
thinking,
think
you know,
any
like
yet,
with
but-
cats, you like spray it with water, but like it lives in
Quit
frozen
it.
water.
Quit it.
But like it lives in frozen water, basically.
My sword almost reaches across the table, sir.
It'll be giving what
careful what you wish
Kelly,
for.
Stop it.
Your mother was a saber-toothed tiger.
Well, I feel like that's not an insult.
That is not an insult. Your mother was an alley cat.
That
She
from
was a
some- that
whore.
from a TV show or movie. Someone hurling an insult at someone. I just can't remember what it was.
Waiting on you.
I know. I'm terrible at this.
I mean, you don't have
You're
to.
not terrible, but you have to make a decision.
Well, I want to insult it, but I don't know how to insult
It's a
it.
mockery insult. It's just making fun of it. You're so
You
white.
smell
And-
like cheese.
It can be cheesy.
I mean,
yeah.
honestly, I just want to throw a snowball at it,
Then throw a
turn
snowball,
around,
that's
and then
fine.
kick snow with my.
That's
Do
totally
that.
fine. You
Don't
do
do
that. You
that.
just cast a spell. And
Fuck your white fur in your face.
Yeah.
And then it has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, and which it totally will. Not. I got a 6.
Yeah, that's gonna fail.
That's a failure.
So you roll a D4. It takes D4 damage.
Or just a pointy.
Yeah, the death die.
Two.
And it has disadvantage on its next attack roll,
Which is huge.
which is great. Yeah.
And then
Next,
I have the.
whatever. Fuck you guys.
inspiration thing that I can do with her.
You do with anybody, but I just suggest her because she's the fighter.
Oh, actually, sorry. It has advantage on all spells cast against it.
Oh, wow.
Fuck.
Actually, he got a 12. I don't know if that's still good enough.
You know, her save is going to be the same as mine because she has the same Christmas status. That's a thing. Spell save DC.
Whatever. Fuck you guys.
It has the spell save, the save in there too.
Mine does. Like you can make a character and put your stats in there, and it gives me this thing.
Are you giving it to me as my attack roll or
So
my
you have to like go back.
damage roll?
You have to like make a character,
I thought I did. Yeah, it's a level 1 first.
and you can put your
Okay.
your stats in there.
Damage it is. All right, you're up.
Okay.
All right. So I already had my swords pulled as we were running and charging, and I take a move action to run. I believe I might get 2 slices only because of the feat that I took with the double thing.
You
Yeah.
start running and then you just hear me
So-
kind of shout at you.
Wait, I don't know what my spell attack is. Is that
So my attack
You're
would
proficient in
be
your spell attack?
16.
And then it goes off of whatever stat you
16
cast from.
Oh.
So that plus your
Yeah,
proficiency.
16 hits.
so? It's a
So
plus
I
5.
normally get a
So it's
1d6,
five.
so I get 2d6.
You get
And then your
2d6.
DC is 10 plus the
Okay,
modifier
strength.
of your plus
Strength
the modifier
bonus
of what you
to it?
cast from. So 13.
Yeah, like what's your strength?
My strength
So wait, how's
is a 16, so it's a
'Cause
plus
it's 10
3.
plus
10 plus
It's
3.
2d6 plus 3.
So 7 points of damage.
All right, that's
Okay,
pretty
so
good.
now it'll show me?
So, and then how much did you do? For
So
the-
now, I mean, it's just going to be in this box here.
How much did you do on a d4? For the
So like
2.
this
She
is
did
just
2 and I
the
did
main
7, so a
page,
total
and
of 9 points of
if I
damage
do
so
like this,
far.
you have
whispers,
another
it
attack
tells me that it's a will
the
save.
other
So just go back and see what my
sword,
save is.
right?
I'm not exactly
on my
sure how it
character
works,
page.
if it's just
So it's
kind
not
of like
actually in the spell card.
one big
But,
slice
like,
and a
it's back
second big,
here on
like
my
if it's
character's
2,
page. So I'll just go
exactly,
back
I'm
and
not
see what
really
my save
sure.
is.
because
Wait.
the way
So
like
anytime they
your
have to roll a
bonus
save,
action can
that's
be
the
used
number.
with your
Okay.
second.
Any save they have to roll for your spell.
Well,
Yes.
that's
what you're saying.
Yes.
So I think mine
I mean, so if you're cool with me rolling for a second, I'll roll for a second because I have a 20. What?
Because like I was gonna do the inspiration thing, but for some reason the play that I have going through my head is the whole like, since you don't watch anime you wouldn't get it, but like the whole like
I'm trying to see
when
where
you
he
watch the
has
clips and it has the
Federation.
music going through, but all I could think of was
What?
you girls are ruining my life as you go and slice the cat.
Yeah, but it's still kind of safe.
Well, it's even funnier because I look just like him.
Make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 1d8.
So
Is
yeah,
there no save?
yeah. If you hit, that's the damage.
Okay, so there's no save on that one.
Right. Usually, if you have to hit, you deal damage. And I was wrong about the DC. It's actually 8 plus your proficiency modifier plus your wisdom, which is still 13, because your proficiency
plus-
bonus is 2.
Right.
Yeah, but it'll go up as you level up.
Okay.
So have you guys seen everybody doing the Yardy Gras and putting out signs and stuff instead of Mardi Gras, it's Yardy Gras, and they're like setting up their
Yeah,
I've
so,
seen it.
front porches
There's been some
and
talk
lawns.
about trying to do like a Mardi Gras version of like Christmas in the Oaks as well.
Oh, that'd be
Where they would,
amazing.
Where they would set up some floats out there in the park or whatever.
Would they let us just like
What I'm not looking forward to is
Can I have a
I
player's
know
handbook?
we're going to get dozens of
Can you have a
guests
player's handbook real
who
quick?
ignored the email that we sent, letting them know that Mardi Gras was canceled.
at the hotel?
Well, all the parades are canceled.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the hotel would
Right.
send it out.
So
to
we
guests.
sent out all of our
Mardi
future
Gras.
guests that all the parades are canceled, and a bunch of people aren't going to read them, and they're going to show up, and they're going to be bitchy. Like,
like,
well, how was I supposed to know? We literally told
We
you.
sent you.
have you ever watched the news?
Right.
Next month.
Yeah, it's
When
in
next
February. It's
It's-
earlier this year than last year.
It's
mid-February.
It's somewhere between mid-February and mid-March. It
Mardi
just
Gras
varies.
now?
It is it's
Mardi
the
Gras
first
is literally-
Tuesday after Lent, so it's like a Catholic tradition. So basically,
Mardi is
fat.
Tuesday.
So it's Fat Tuesday.
No. Gras.
Yeah, Gras is fat.
Gras is
So
fat.
means Fat
It's
Tuesday.
literally Fat Tuesday. It's held on a Tuesday. It's Mardi Gras. That's what Lundi Gras is. Fat Monday. Like Lundi, Mardi, Mercredi that's the days of the week in French. So Mardi Gras is just a celebration. It's called Fat Tuesday, and it's literally
Don't
just
call
a
me
Tuesday where people go out and celebrate life. The specific colors are green, purple, and gold typically, and it's all about masquerades, and that's why you see the fleur-de-lis, because that is actually French royalty, and so it's to celebrate French royalty. Those are the colors, and it's literally just a celebration of that.
Yeah. Basically.
That's
It's the big feast before you have to give something up for Lent in the Catholic tradition.
yeah.
So it's
What
always,
is that?
It's always
Who is
47
that?
days before Easter.
I got a phone call over wrong way.
So it was not supposed, like what we do here in New Orleans is obviously a pretty big bastardization of the original, because it was just supposed to be a feast. And not like everybody go out
so
and
it's
get
St.
blasted
Patrick's
extra.
Day, because Ireland doesn't do St. Patrick's Day at all.
It's supposed to. There's not a lot of places that even do
So
Mardi
the
Gras.
two-weapon fighting, she can basically take a bonus action to just roll a d20 for her.
Well, I think she has like a double slice ability or some shit like that. Or am I
Just
thinking-
roll a d20 for her. She went to the bathroom. Somebody do it.
It's on the 16th this year. It was earlier this year.
That's a fail.
All right, so the second attack is you're up.
You're up, yeah.
You know what? All right, I'm
Or
going
not
to
up.
use my.
It's Europe.
I'm going to use my
We're not
produce
talking
flame
either.
spell. Where it is? Hold on.
You
I
gonna
go back to
produce
my
a flame?
character. No, you stupid app. Okay. All right, I'm going to use my produce flame spell and hurl the nice little fireball at this cold cat, little ice cat. Oh,
Did she go in the bathroom and have conversations with herself?
yes.
No.
Yeah, she said she had to take a phone call.
Yeah, she had to take a phone call, and she has.
All right, so
So she could be talking to herself.
all right, yeah. So it's just a regular ranged spell attack. So that one is, what did we say that was? That was plus
+5.
plus
probably.
5, right? It's the wisdom plus proficiency.
Yep.
You know, I was just
Oh,
wondering.
that is the
because
wrong
since
die.
Mardi
That was a
Gras, like, I always heard about it, but I never really
That is a
understood
12.
it.
That is
Yeah, it's like a super old Catholic tradition.
Because I found
I only
out
rolled a
that
12 on you.
apparently Green Beardman's Day is not really
Yeah, it's a spell.
everywhere thing.
Spell.
Like a cat
What
well,
was
you have to roll
Green
a hit.
Beard,
Yeah, you
Beardman's
just-
Day.
Your
What is that?
what are your
Exactly,
fireballs
it's
look
a
like?
college thing,
I've never heard of that.
It is just
and
a
it's before
for this
St.
one?
Patrick's Day. You did a 3-day weekend, and it's
yeah. This one
nothing
is
but
literally just
extreme
summoning
parties
a
and
flickering
drinking.
flame
Well,
and
there.
tossing it at the.
I know, but I'm asking you about any artistic.
But like,
Oh, any
I'm
artistic
talking like the cops don't even. It's
Like
like
a flower
imagine
from
the
the tropics or
birds, but
something?
with
I don't know.
drinking.
flower from no man, just a little flame on this one. This one's not a fun one. It's just a produced
Like that's
flame
what it's
that I
like.
can hurl.
It's just a ball of fire.
Yeah, it's just a little ball of fire, just a little flicker of flame. That it's a little baby spell.
I know the baby.
Yeah, it's a baby
Beautiful.
spell. It's a little baby spell. There's no artistic thing in a little baby spell.
He
You're no
went.
fun.
When we get to fireball, on the other hand,
He went.
Yeah, it's probably still gonna be boring the way you're describing things. Oh, it comes out as just a flickering ball, but
So I guess I'm up.
it
Yeah?
gets bigger.
you're up.
He went.
All right, I am going to
I'm gonna
cast.
summon that antelope of fire and throw it at him.
I
That
am
would be
going to
better.
cast
That'd
That'd be
Dissonant
better than what you
Whispers.
just said.
I'm going to whisper into my palm and just blow a spell at him. He has to roll a will save.
Nice. See, that's kind of cool. What's going
See
on?
now he's talking to himself.
Oh yeah! Finally, I'm making spells happen.
I got advantage on that.
Finally, yeah, I got a 22.
Okay, so he still takes damage, but he doesn't take the secondary effect, which would be he would have to literally run away.
You would literally have to explode.
Damn.
Just flesh everywhere.
But he still takes 10.
Oh yeah, he's not happy with any of you guys.
Woo.
But it's his turn.
As,
And he has disadvantage on his
As
first
he
attack.
hears my
Yeah.
discordant melody. Whisper some Cthulhu words into his head.
Whatever.
He went.
trying not to do anything overtly magical yet.
If
Since
I-
you notice see me cast anything this whole time.
You just
He
see
turns.
love the kiss.
He turns around. He's still a couple feet away from some of you guys, but he's like right in
Right next to her, yeah.
right next to her. So he goes and tries to fight his character.
So he also takes disadvantage on that, but
That's right,
it might
God
not
damn
matter if he rolls super well.
Oh, first one was terrible, but it's gonna be 13. I don't know what her AC is.
There's no way that hits.
You don't know that.
That
Don't
wouldn't
be
hit
Her
me.
AC is 17.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up,
Well,
both
my
of you guys.
AC's higher than that. Jeez.
Listen, I'm gonna kill you guys with a crack cat.
Crackhead.
Kraken.
You're gonna kill us with a crackhead?
It's gonna be a kraken. It's gonna be an ice kraken.
When I go to work
I
tonight,
It's
would
gonna
not
break through the
know.
ice. It's gonna be a fucking ice kraken.
Oh shit.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
It's my bad.
What if it's
With
gonna be
the
like
tentacles on the end of each tentacle is gonna be a rust monster.
Jesus Christ.
what if it was the swamp thingy but with ice instead, just ice water?
Oh, if it was a Shambly
The
Mound.
Shambly
ice.
Mound, but like ice, yeah, that'd be fucked up.
Ew. Bunch of dead fish and stuff.
Fucking Shambly Mound. Shambly Mounds are gross anyway.
You're up.
Oh,
You're up.
yeah.
So the cat tried to bite you.
Me?
Yeah, it failed.
It missed.
This guy over here tried to produce a flame and he sucks.
Yeah, it's fizzled
Yeah,
out.
because he
He
can't
went-
describe anything, so it just was dumb. I'm like, describe it. He's like, it's just a flickering flame. Thanks.
Yeah, you should make it look like something when you shoot it. I used to make my magic missiles look like screaming faces
What
or like
the
middle fingers.
What are you even
The
playing?
middle finger was one of my favorite ones. You shoot it, it's just the
I'm
it's right in your face.
request a new group.
No, you can't.
Okay. All right, so it's my
I
turn.
mean,
There was
we can-
There was requests, and one got booted. So
Or you can make your magic missile just
by
like
himself,
dicks. I
he
played
booted
with the lady
himself.
later.
Let's be
Yeah.
clear about that.
I mean, we can
Oh, that
boot
one
him
guy?
and then
Yeah, he
keep the
booted
little
himself.
Oh yeah, he just yeeted himself out of the group.
He
bro.
literally
I don't-
just
Understand,
He
dude.
just-
I was actually enjoying being an android. Like, I don't understand.
exited from the whole group.
I don't know. I think something was bothering him. He just latched onto the first slightly
first.
negative thing that happens. He just decided to quit. 'Cause I
Person-
think it was like his
personally,
reaction
you
was
think?
so many degrees beyond the norm. I was
Yeah,
like,
it
"There's
was
no way this."
so crazy.
Well,
And I actually approached him, so I talked to him yesterday, or 2 days ago, and I asked him, I was like, hey, listen, man, are you willing to like maybe just forgive and forget and get back to gaming? Because it seems kind of silly. We don't even know why you're upset.
Yeah.
And he said, and I quote, the people who forgive and forget always get fucked over. And he says, by the way, don't bring this up again in conversation with me. I'm like, all right, dude, you're an asshole.
Don't-
You're like just an asshole. I'm
no
like,
one even knows, like,
no
why.
one
That's
knows
what,
why.
That's what he got mad at me because I told him, I was like, look, man, I'm sorry. You can feel however you want about the situation, but you're being ridiculous. I don't even know why I knew why he was angry initially because I forgot to tell him that we were having that little first session or whatever at my house. That's on me. I was like, that's my bad, bro. I should have
Okay.
texted you and I forgot. But like the way that you're acting right now
was your rap.
Yeah,
is
but he was-
well beyond.
He was
like,
already being kind of weird before that because he was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, we're not playing Starfinder anymore.
It's
Fuck
just kind of
Starfinder."
weird. Like,
and
I think
like,
something was bothering him, and then he just latched on to the first
Yeah.
little negative thing. That
but he
happened.
wouldn't communicate it.
I don't know.
Because I know, like, I wasn't showing up, but that's because I had, like, family things.
Man, I played
She's
with
got her
Jack when
thing.
it was literally just 2 players every week.
Yeah.
So you not showing up should not
But
have been.
he was making
I
it seem
shouldn't.
like he was making it
Why?
seem that like, you didn't like it or whatever. I hated Starfinder. I told him flat out.
Right, so when
I
we
thought it
play
was-
Starfinder, it would be
I thought it was
me, Jack, and like
really-
Addison. And
I
was
just
like,
hated it.
Well, you haven't met
Yeah.
Addison.
I tried to
I-
explain to him like, can we play other futuristic games that are way better? Like we can play Death
I
Rock,
was
which is
okay with it.
awesome.
I want to do Vampire the Masquerade, of course.
And even Starfinder is a specific
Shocker.
flavor. Like,
I know,
my
right?
buddy Sean didn't like it either. Like, it's a specific thing. You
I
have-
was
I feel
cool
like it's
with it.
cool.
I
I'm not a
enjoyed
big
it.
fan of how it's set up.
Yeah, and so that was my buddy Sean, too. Like, he came to a
I
few
actually
sessions and he
really
was like,
enjoyed
I'm
it.
not a huge fan. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like the way that
Bloodline.
he,
Yeah.
well, especially with our DM. I like the way that he set up the whole thing, and like we had all these buildings and shit. Like I actually really enjoyed a lot of it. So anytime that we were not showing up, it wasn't because we didn't want to be there. It was because like life was getting in the way.
But I really don't think that's what it
I'm
is.
saying like
Because when I first started
wasn't
playing with Jack,
like,
there were like 5 people in the group. 2 of us would show up most weeks. So like,
because
I
majority
don't
of
really see.
the time I didn't show up, I wasn't even in state. I was like out of state completely for family matter.
But he was definitely feeling some kind of way. Because one of the things he said to me, he was like, you know, you're letting new people change stuff. And I was like, come on, man.
It's her turn anyway.
Oh, I thought it was my turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Luna's turn.
It's Luna's turn. So yeah,
Yeah, we're still waiting on her to do something.
Okay. Again, focus.
I still need to meet up with him to get my books.
Who's better felt this time? Because we were talking about this.
We were talking about
That's fine.
we were talking about Jackson Laction.
That's fine.
Now I'm glad I rolled for you.
Sometimes she does need to be reminded
Do
to
a
stay
cool thing.
focused.
Come on,
I
let's go.
get that.
She gets distracted easily,
What first
and
level
it's
spells do
okay.
you
It
have?
happens. Unfortunately, they keep changing
Charm
up and
person.
and
That's
so
not
it's
gonna work.
difficult to like be on track when they keep changing
Whispers.
shit out.
Ooh, that's what I
I
just
100%
do that one.
have ADHD, and so I get it
So,
from my
like,
point of view,
I
so
don't
I
know what-
totally understand.
I'm not sure.
So what it does
either one of us
is
have
you
ADD or ADHD.
play like a
It's not
discordant
something we've ever
tune
been-
on your little
I'm
ukulele,
officially diagnosed with it,
and then
Yeah,
the cat
neither
has
one
to
of us
roll.
have
and I don't
been
take,
diagnosed
but I don't
with
take medication for it, and it's
And if he fails, he
Weird
takes
from,
3d6 damage.
in my
And he has to
relationship
move as far
dynamic
away from you as
because
he
of
possibly
my
can.
position in the relationship.
And if he succeeds, he
Weird
still
for me
takes
to have
3d6 damage, but he
But
doesn't
it does
have to
happen.
move.
I'm gonna do it.
I can see that.
It
It's
helps.
Bongo
because I have to
style.
set reminders for her, so it helps me to make reminders for myself because I give her instructions.
Mine's kind of a combination.
Well, the cat has to roll a will save now.
What?
Cat has to roll a will save.
Yeah, watch this because he's gonna make it because he has advantage. Yeah, that's called a 19, and I win.
All right, so he still takes a damage, but he doesn't have to run away. So you roll 3d6.
What?
You roll 3d6.
I need that spell. Blowing stuff up.
No, but fireball.
What spell is this?
Dissonant whispers.
It sounds terrible.
It's
It's
so.
like whispering to it, like it.
No, I actually played.
So she did like a discordant tune. I did the whisper. I whispered some eldritch horror shit and blew it into his ear like a horrible person.
And instead of doing that, I was just.
She played a bunch of drums.
Poorly, like really bad, like so bad that
She
it
takes
hurt.
12 damage from that.
Yes,
After
12,
saving?
12 Sonic.
Fuck.
I told you I was a hippie.
Yeah.
just all
So the
internal,
cat,
just-
like you're about to like get ready to stab it, and he goes, it just like has a brain aneurysm, and starts bleeding from his ears, and fucking dies. It's dead.
Okay.
The power of music.
Okay. Well, that actually hit kind of home for a second there. I don't need a moment to breathe.
The power of music.
I just found out my stepmom has a brain tumor.
Oh no.
Oh well, that's not what that means. Sorry.
No, dude, it's totally cool.
I mean, it's not.
Yeah, no, it's not really cool.
My dad's dying and my stepmom has a brain tumor. It's cool. I mean, it's fine.
You're right.
Yeah.
This is actually
I'm alright. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Unfortunately, my dad's still in the hospital, so he can only have one visitor a day,
Yeah.
or
restrictions.
one visitor period because
Yeah,
of the COVID
restrictions.
regulations. So like until he gets home from the hospital, I can't even like go visit him. And I was gonna do the whole funeral thing to get my like closure and everything, but unfortunately, he wants to be cremated and put in a Tennessee whiskey bottle because he's an alcoholic. So I get my closure by speaking to a Tennessee bottle of my dad's ashes unless I get to see him before he dies, which I don't if he doesn't get to go home. So I just found this out 2 days ago, which has been great.
Okay. Well, the cat did not die of that.
No, I hope
it's spine.
there's a
broke.
difference
It died.
between a brain aneurysm and a brain tumor,
know,
I think.
but it's-
I think.
Yeah, no, there is a difference.
I think.
Well, one is a,
My dad died
one
from
is
brain
a
aneurysm.
blood vessel in the brain that basically pops.
Yep.
And
One is absolutely just like
It's just
crazy
instant-
That
spontaneous.
sounds really. Is it painful or is
it would be like a severe headache and then you're dead.
Yeah. Well, you
Yeah.
don't want to
Literally, like,
But
you
it's-
can live through
hopefully
it,
it's-
but you
You
don't
can.
want you don't
living
want to.
through
because
that
there's not
sounds
much
awful.
generally. It's not as bad as
Generally, you
like
have to cut it out.
And they're like undetectable. You literally just be walking around fine one
like
day.
my uncle died
And
from
it's just like
a
have a brain
abdominal aneurysm, which was
That's
way
intense.
worse, which is basically like a severe stomach ache and internal bleeding, and that's what my uncle died from.
That's what my dad's dying from internal bleeding at this point.
Yeah,
He's bleeding
it's pretty.
on the
brutal.
inside. It's unfortunate, but hey kids, don't do drugs.
Or drink. I shouldn't say or drink, but drink.
Don't be an
responsibly.
alcoholic.
Don't
There's-
drink to excess because
Drink
it'll fuck you up.
responsibly and don't do an excess amount of drugs.
Don't
Just be
smoke crack.
responsible with what you do. Plain and simple.
Excess amount of drugs. So there's an acceptable.
All right.
limit.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a small amount that's
You
okay.
you smoke a little bit of weed. If your doctor prescribes you some shit, take the meds that your doctor prescribes, but don't abuse it. Don't abuse
Just
your
be
drugs.
responsible people.
Don't
Which
go
is
Like,
shooting up
difficult.
heroin.
Statement. Be responsible.
Don't
Unless
do
your doctor prescribes you
that.
Lysar heroin.
Some medicinal heroin.
If he did, I would do it. If my doctor said, "Hey, you know what? I think these psilocybin mushrooms would help you through your PTSD. You should take them." I'd be like, "Okay."
Actually, that stuff would be good for certain. Can I
Yeah.
use this trash bag?
Yes, it is a trash bag, and
Honestly,
yes, it actually in
Yeah, there's
Colorado it is
studies.
legal
yeah,
now
I know,
for.
I read some stuff on it the other day about it
Yeah.
opening up some of the being beneficial to people with brains like mine.
Yep.
It also
So,
benefits the federal government. They're going to tax the shit out of it.
As they have done marijuana. I mean, at least in Colorado, it's like actually really cheap / affordable if you go to a dispensary to buy marijuana. However, in Florida, where it is medically legalized, and I had a medical card in Florida, it's actually more expensive to buy it legally than it is to buy it illegally. So it's like, cool,
Well,
I'm just gonna buy it illegally and then claim that I
It's
got
It's
it in
also
the
like
dispensary.
really
Like,
expensive to sell marijuana in Florida because to get a dispensary license in Florida, you have to have top-down distribution. You literally have to own everything. Like you have to own the farm, and you have to own the distribution, and you have to own the building.
all of it.
It's just extremely expensive
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
actually do it out there.
And if Louisiana actually has a minor medical thing going that like I actually qualify for medical marijuana in Louisiana. I just have to find the right doctor to help me go down that path, which I just don't care enough to do it. But
Yeah, we the wife uses CBD, which has been really helpful for anxiety.
yeah, CBD can be really helpful for a lot of things. So again,
Marijuana
be
is the miracle drug,
responsible
man. It's helpful for
with
anxiety.
whatever
Marijuana's
drugs
the
you
miracle
choose.
drug, man. It's the list of things that supposedly helps with.
It is a miracle drug, and I am somebody who can testify as that because I have ulcerative colitis, which is basically Crohn's disease.
Sure.
And for the period of time that I used marijuana solely to treat my depression, anxiety, and colitis, I was the healthiest I had ever
Mhm.
been.
My
And
the
it works.
the bell captain at my hotel, his Crohn's disease went into remission after he started using
Yeah.
CBD oil.
I was in the last colonoscopy I had was like cleared. Like I had,
Yeah.
there was just a tiny bit left, just a little bit of irritation at the end. So
Yeah.
like it can help people, but it's also just don't abuse it. Don't sit around and just smoke weed all day and be like, oh, I'm tired and I'm hungry and I'm just like not gonna go to work and eat a whole pizza. Like you can still be a responsible adult and use your medication appropriately. It is a medication. Use it appropriately.
It's
Smoke
also
before you
as
eat,
illegal as
after you
heroin at
eat.
the federal
Mhm.
level, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, just don't go in onto a military
I just
base.
think it's ridiculous. Like,
My mom has
Life
MS.
is ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
that
ridiculous.
came from Reagan drug wars.
oh yeah, well it happened
Well-
after prohibition. They started a regulatory agency
As
to
long as they don't,
police prohibition.
as long as they don't ban hamburgers, I'm fine.
Right? Prohibition
It's my
ended,
drug of choice.
and that guy thought he was
hamburgers.
going to lose a job, so he convinced him to
Tacos,
criminalize marijuana. So they just
Exactly.
left
breakfast
something to lose.
burritos.
Yeah, as long as food is still okay.
Yeah,
I'm
this
fine.
is food. I like food.
I just, I don't mind. I don't care if people smoke it. I really don't.
I want to legalize everything.
Yeah, I don't care what anybody does in their own
People will
personal
weed
life.
themselves out real quick.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
you know, a
know,
lot of
I-
the countries that decriminalized drug use saw a decrease in drug use. So, like,
Well, yeah, some of the people die immediately.
it is what it is.
Which is
And
unfortunate,
it
but it,
opens a
Right,
lot
but
of
I'm
cells
saying-
for people that actually need to be
They're not letting those people
I mean,
out.
from my professional
also
point of
opens up
view, I
extra-
don't.
We just
From my
put some-
professional point of view, I really don't care. It's only when it's like when people are driving while using it, and they
Yeah.
say that
Yeah.
they're fine. I'm like, no, you're
They're really
not.
not fine.
You're
Yeah.
not fine. You're full of fucking shit. Oh, I'm much calmer. I'm like, yeah, and relaxed. And when somebody jumps out like a kid,
You're gonna run a slap
pedestrian,
over. Yeah.
you're gonna be like, oh, sorry, dude, I was out of it.
Yeah.
Like, you're an asshole.
just like drinking, stay home.
I have been that person,
You
and
ran over a child.
Why are you running
absolutely.
over children?
No, I ran over a dog. No, I mean, I've definitely been the person to consume marijuana when driving a vehicle one time. That was not in this state at any point in time. But isn't in Orleans Parish, it's decriminalized. And you're
What? I'm not anything.
You're
Not with
You're
that
a cool
thing on.
person. You're
I'm
a cool person.
When
that
that
says-
thing's on, I am not anything.
But right, like Jefferson Parish, it's no go. But Orleans Parish, it's decriminalized.
It's decriminalized, so you would get
Like a ticket.
summons, like
Yeah.
Ask me if he's still
a
in his
certain
life
amount.
after that.
Okay.
Get out of
So if it's over a certain amount, then it would be like
So dumb.
there's no discretion at that point. You'd have to go because the amount's too much that you're like, this is not personal use. You're clearly distributing. This.
Absolutely. And that's where it draws the line, which is totally
like
fair.
2 pounds, by the way. 2
Oh, shit.
pounds of.
Okay.
It's a
That's a
fucking
lot.
Shit ton of.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's like, yeah, it's a
2
fuck
pounds
ton.
is a lot. Yeah.
personal use.
Like,
I
no,
gotta
an
eat
ounce
it.
is like
Just-
still
But,
even more than
but there's other
personal use.
factors. If you come across somebody,
Like a
just, and, I'm just,
cow.
and again, I don't know this. This is just from what I hear from other people.
Yeah,
But if you come
fair.
across somebody who has like multiple bags and then has a scale and then has a bunch of other stuff and they say it's for personal use,
No, that's distribution.
you're really just asking for trouble.
Yeah, no,
Best bet is
that
to put it all into
clearly
one bag,
states.
do your weighing at home, and then just be like, yeah, this is personal use. You'll
Valid.
get a ticket from it. They're gonna confiscate it. They're gonna confiscate it.
And there's
But you're not
no,
gonna go to jail.
there's no dispensaries in
jail.
Louisiana, right?
What's that?
There's no dispensaries in Louisiana.
Not yet. I don't think this is not legal. to sell.
No, yeah,
For medical use,
there is medical. You can get medical. Yeah, you can get medical grade cannabis with THC in Louisiana, but it has to be through a specific I don't know if it counts as a dispensary.
They probably have
but
it like
it's,
some
it's
hospital
like
pharmacy.
it's like a medical pharmacy kind of thing.
I'm gonna have to look into it more.
They're getting close. It's getting closer and closer.
Just
Every,
for-
When's the
Every-
next voting for it?
it's gonna be the next.
All the
it'll
good
be next
farmers have
general
already been
election.
bought.
So
So right now,
2 years, 4 years?
Doesn't one person own like most
Probably
people
like 4 years, I would say.
marijuana in this
Okay.
country?
2 to 4 years, depending on when they.
Because-
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's. I thought
You
it
see
was
the
like
right
every
over
2
out of
years
the
that they do
out of
kind
the
of.
southern
I think it's
states,
someone of note. It's
Louisiana,
not
I would
like
say, is
just
the
a
most
nobody.
progressive, so they're the closest to doing it.
Compared to like Mississippi and Alabama, I would assume
Yeah,
so.
Georgia's
Like
close.
Florida already
Georgia's
did
close.
it.
Georgia's close too.
Okay.
Georgia was really hard though, because at the same time they're still pretty
It's very Republican.
Because-
It's a very conservative state.
yeah, because we have family that lives there, and a family member, she was really young. She was having over 40 seizures a day, and they were like pleading with like the governor and everything to like please let it pass because they had no way to help her, really. So she ended up.
There's ways.
I mean, no, like they tried everything to help her, and so she ended up having.
No.
to get-
Like there's ways. They're just gonna have to
Be illegal.
be
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah.
So like, and so
You
she
gotta do
ended
what
up,
you gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For your family.
she ended up getting
Okay.
a lobotomy.
YOLO. What? Wait,
not
okay, so
bullshit.
wait, they still do those?
Yeah, they still do them. Sometimes
They
it
still
actually
help
helps.
some specific.
Yeah, it did help, but that's still a big
Still a
risk.
thing.
Or just like extracting the whole portion of your brain. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, fuck that shit.
he's
Kinda
really
sounds
lucky.
sexy.
Not really.
Yeah, but no,
So what
it's
am I
just
rolling
really big.
You're done.
You're
She's
rolling.
like,
Your character's
it's
dead.
dead.
I'm dead?
No.
No.
The cat is dead.
I am a
We
cat.
have a
Bring down
cat.
the volume, guys. Bring down the volume. I don't have to punish any of you.
Sorry for the dead cat.
Nobody sounds for the cat. All right, now.
I have a dead cat. Y'all have a dead cat. The woman is very grateful. She's like, I was just out here putting your fish to dry them, and
Did
the cat. She didn't even see
did
the
you
cat.
kill
The
him by
cat
yelling
jumped
at
down
him?
and then attacked her and her dog.
Did you kill him by yelling at him?
No, I killed him by playing my ukulele like bongos.
Okay.
She like turned it over, flipped, and then its spine exploded. It was going to be an aneurysm, but now it's spine
That
exploded.
was
That's fine.
spine explosion.
Any whatever stomach, whatever. He
Yeah,
It's over.
and that was it.
he immediately evacuated its
Yeah.
bowels,
His heart
and
exploded.
it turned into a poop run.
I'm glad we're not cleaning this mess up.
I think we should
That's
skin
not
the
our
crab
job.
cat. It's a very
That
friendly
is
animal.
not our
So like a
job.
couple minutes later, Trovis gets up there. Good job.
Is he a big guy?
Yeah, he's
Is
big.
he
He's
our
old.
flameo
He's a
hoppin'?
silver
Flameo
dragon.
Ramen.
What's that?
He's a silver dragon.
Sylvan Dragonborn, yeah.
Silver dragonborn. Okay.
I thought you were
Alcoholic.
gonna ask if he was
What?
nothing.
A silver fox. Hello.
I thought you were gonna ask if he was a silver dad. And I was like, no. Nothing.
I don't understand.
Okay. Yes.
I didn't understand the word.
Well, no.
Yeah, it says like silver and then blue. I was like, Silver Daddy?
Yeah,
that's what
what
Silver
I thought.
Daddy.
That's because
Silver
like
Daddy.
silver fox,
Silver
but like
fox, yeah.
silver daddy, and I was
No,
just like,
silver
no,
dragon.
please don't.
Silver dragon.
Okay.
So silver and white dragons are very snow, ice,
Snow
cold
oriented,
related.
yeah.
Okay.
So he's at home up here. He doesn't actually wear any furs or anything.
But he's an alcoholic, therefore he
Listen,
is
he's just a day drinker.
Just a day drinker.
only during.
He only gets
But it's
plastered
always
at
night. What do you mean?
Yeah, he's a day-ish drinker.
He
He
drinks
doesn't
all
know when
day
no
long.
time
All
is. Listen,
day, every day. So
He
he
sleeps
showed
in
up.
don't
Snow
pick on
banks.
Trovis. He's doing the best he can.
He
okay?
showed up and he condones us for all the amazing
He says,
work
you
we
guys
just did.
are
And
so
we killed
fucking
a crate
amazing.
cat.
Crag
Crag
cat.
cat.
Crag.
Okay, what? Crate dragon next.
Killed the crate dragon.
Cry. I
Did you
swear.
know that there is an anime that has a crayfish demon?
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's called. Is that a zombie?
Is that a
Is
zombie?
this a zombie?
I'm gonna have to send you the thing for
It's
it.
on
so you can
Hulu.
watch.
Crayfish demon.
I haven't watched it.
So before you guys basically get to the end, right when you get to the end, you're basically walking in, and we're gonna end right there. I know you guys only had a little bit of combat,
That's okay.
but we needed to establish that you now have you have one,
Three
you have the
quests.
Chewingas, that's
Yep.
one quest.
Sweet man.
Quick.
Then you have go find Garrett,
Yep.
quest number
Plus
2.
number two.
Oh yeah.
And then we
Then
have
you
the missing
have
lantern.
deal with the feud of money, quest
Quest
number
number
3.
Oh god.
Then you have help with the thieves of Karakonig. That is going to be quest number 4.
Okay, but when we get the missing lantern thing, that will also solve the money feud
And then
between the
you
other
can go-
people.
You can solve 2 in
Then
one
we can
shot.
go search for Garrett because we'll have the equipment.
Yeah, but I
Then
feel
you'll have the
really bad
equipment,
that
so you can bang out.
I just
3
want to
right
fuck
there.
the rest of this shit. Just go find. I feel bad for Garrett. He's like dying out. in the
Well, we're
cold
out here
right
looking
now,
for
like-
lanterns, and he's like,
He's over
Basically.
there out there like what is it
Oh, my
called? Shining.
Lanza.
So you could definitely tell you could get the information you need from Trovis and whatever's going on with the thieves, and then be able to like, listen, we will get to this, but we're going to take care of this other thing first.
Garrett's just out there living in a Jack London novel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Just dying.
So
Actually
for
was freezing
for
cold
sake
when
of
we
moving
filmed this.
forward, because you guys paused on the one quest, I'm going to give you guys the level that you're supposed to get from that one.
Oh, from doing the from
Yeah,
bringing
so
back
when
Tubman?
you guys get your characters at home, you finally have sheets. You all can level your characters to level 2.
Level 2. Okay.
So,
So-
Oh, the druid can
Could
finally
we-
be useful.
Could we potentially approach
Well, you
Atmos
could have been useful,
and just be
Mr.
like,
Medicine.
look, bro, we're gonna borrow this shit and we're gonna bring it back. We have to go save this man, and we're gonna help you out on all the other things. You just have to trust us.
see how that goes. What's your diplomacy?
I don't know.
Well,
She goes,
Persuasion.
this is what'll happen.
Persuasion?
If you go.
Oh, I
like,
got that, bro.
When we,
I got
when we start next
persuasion.
time, if you go and you get a little bit more information on Trovis's quest, and then you basically confirm with him that you're going to do it, he'll go and do that negotiation, so that other quest will be
Maybe they're all related.
resolved.
Maybe the thieves are the people who went into the mountains.
All right, 17. Okay, not now, but later.
But later, yeah. No,
God
it's
damn it. All right.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I like to roll my dice a lot.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We didn't roll a lot of dice tonight. We rolled some dice.
But this is the beginning of the campaign, so I understand. And even like the other campaign we're going through right now, it's very more role play than dice rolling, so I totally get it.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever want to
But
play
I'm-
vampire, then you're really gonna get used to just a lot of role
A lot of role playing. Yeah.
Well, can you run a vampire masquerade?
Oh, you lost it.
That's right.
I can run vampire requiem or vampire. I like vampire masquerade better.
All right. Well,
That's the one that I
eventually, let's do it
Yeah, that's something I could.
in the future.
I ran several years.
We're occupied.
Vampire the
White
Masquerade.
Wolf
I did.
stuff.
I did Vampire the Masquerade. Yeah, in White Wolf set in Chicago.
You know, Jack wrote for White Wolf for a little while.
I don't really care.
So, let me know whatever
R.I.P.
night
Jack.
off you have a week, and we'll just
R.I.P.
occupy
man.
your other night. Not really.
Have you ever heard of
Well, that doesn't
Mork Board?
So,
I need
We're
you
gonna
to
say-
speak English when you talk to me.
Yeah.
It's another role
Thank you
play
guys
game
for tuning in this evening.
me and a friend
I know that there was a lot of little sidetrack
No,
moments.
I've
My
never-
apologies for
supposed
getting
to be,
into some
like,
personal moments
It's
for
like the
myself.
setup and everything, the pages,
You guys are
like,
super
character
awesome
sheets
for
and everything
tuning
was
in.
really cool,
I really
because
appreciate it.
basically, like, this
We are
really
gonna close out a little early this evening. We're gonna head home and get our shit together.
disgusting type of
My
world.
partner and I will be traveling
And-
out of town for the
but they
weekend.
literally
When
make
we
it
get
set up
back,
where
we'll
you
have
can
our
either
typical
follow exact
Tuesday
things
night,
like this,
6 p.m.
or you
Central
can
Standard
literally
Time
just
Pathfinder
interpret your
campaign.
own world
And
just
then
based off of the
We'll
pages
have our
that they
normal
do.
Wednesday night, 5 p.m. Central
Like,
Standard
there's
Time
literally
Pathfinder
they
campaign
give
for
you,
locally as
like,
well.
you can either
So I
follow
hope that you
everything
guys
or you
tune
can
in then.
take
Hope you all have a
bits and
wonderful
pieces and
evening. I'll
literally
see you guys
create
next
your
time.
own thing.
I haven't heard of that. We should